Hey, welcome ladies and gentlemen. We are live here at the ESL COPS Championship Series. Get ready for Cup number 4. And normally we would take some time to talk about where we've come, what's going on, but we actually have a match going on right now that we want to jump into. So without further delay, guys, let's jump right into this game as we've got, man, it's a lot going on here already. So we've got TSG versus Sakisi Esports. This is the round of 16, so we're a little bit behind schedule, but this is going on right now. And Sakisi in the lead with the dominant 4-0. I'm going to kick it over to you guys. Shadosha and Tasty taking it away.
All right, thank you very much, Dragon. And yeah, it looks like Sakishi got the first 4 rounds under their belt, doing a pretty great job to start this one off. See, 8HAL Gaming have 7-2 on his KD currently. Absolutely on fire. So go ahead and jump on board with him. See if he makes any more plays here as the team pushes up hard onto B.
These guys have been very aggressive the entire time. I mean, the pistol round and the following round, the economy round, actually just went their way too quickly. So that gave them an opportunity to kind of ramp up and get things started. With that said, Karama does have a peek. He knows the bomb has been planted on B, but he's just waiting for his team to assemble. Looks like he's going to wrap around the far backside and see if he can send a person on the stairs. Nope. Bonnie spots him out and drops him just like that.
Excellent job by Sakishi here as they get the bomb down. It's just going to be this lone member of TSG trying to get a retake, and it makes it much easier said than done. Finds out a target there, but doesn't get the kill, trying to move up. But this is a risky and a dangerous situation.
Yeah, it was Percept that he found, but, you know, the rest of T is like, you know, it's not a big deal. So Bonnie's going to hide, Percept's going to hide. The spot is found, a shot is taken. Did he get the drop? He still takes Krutov right after the bomb is going off. That's pretty good. So, you know, the 5 rounds in, economy's a little bit stifled right here, which is great for them. Hag and Dryce in the rest of the game, they're going to try to figure something out. Hag, by the way, leading, unfortunately, with negative points, though. He is 3-5, along with Remover. Let's see if they can get themselves back into this game. They need to save a little bit more often, though, if possible. That way they do have a chance of making a comeback before the half.
Yeah, and you got to figure the economy for Sakichi is in such a good spot, picking up 5 rounds in a row. At the very least, 4. Oh, nice kill there by Kurama, but Bonnie immediately trades that back. But, I mean, at least for the side of TSG, they're actually able to buy up pretty consistently because of the round loss bonus. You know, losing consecutive rounds means you get more and more money per round for the round loss. So they are going to be able to continuously buy up, but they need to win a round to stop the bleeding and try and get themselves back into this one. But already bomb planted at a very quick plant from the side of Sakichi.
Man, it just seems like the positioning right now from this T side has been holding out really well. You even see where Percept is. He's got the peak, you know, the top angle to watch anybody, and he's hanging out by double doors now to make sure no one tries to peek through that way. Meanwhile, Bonnie wraps back around, confident too, you know, watching double doors, trying to see if anyone can get spotted out. I guess they know someone's by newspaper as they fire off some shots. But it looks like the bomb is going to go off, and this is a safe place to be if you're Bonnie. So looks like the gun is going to be saved. Krutov does try to go in for the late defuse. Unfortunately, doesn't pay off. Scores now 0-6.
6-0 lead. This is looking pretty dominant here for Sakichi Esports as they are now again just going to rush right on up through the entrance and up towards double doors. They're going to loop around. Now they kind of split up a bit. And this is one of the things I've always liked to see teams that do this, that take different strategies into different rounds. We saw them go B. We've seen them rush A. This time they get the plant at A while the team is rushing B. Oh, but that's going to be actually TSG finding a bunch of kills very, very quickly, including taking down the bomb planter. Are they just going to go for that quick defuse? They likely could, but there's only one member trying to defend it. He's going to fall. That was Bonnie. And now TSG are finally going to get off the schneid and pick up their first round victory.
Yeah, I do like the versatility there. I like the fact that they tried to wrap around. It just seems this time around they ended up getting caught out. CSG had an answer and really made things happen. So great stuff on them, especially Removers getting the call out, getting the spot, making that wrap around towards the elbow, getting the kill, and shutting everybody down. That's what was very much needed for them, especially after suffering a 6-round deficit. So they get themselves on the board, and they actually did it with, I think, about 4 people alive. So that's going to be pretty good for their economy. All they really have to do is just buy more utility. and get themselves back into the game. So that's really great for them. And in the meantime, it looks like they're going to try to watch tower. Twist right now, he's watching the cafe through glass, trying to make sure nobody tries to wrap that way. It looks like in this position, made a commitment towards A. So our Percept's going to watch the back and make sure nobody tries to peek there. Lily's on the top of the stairs, which is great positioning. Doesn't seem like there's any contest there. Percept does shut somebody down. That is Twist. There's a smoke down as well. Let's not forget about that. So it's going to provide him a little bit of extra cover. And just like that, after the plant, the retake is trying to go down, but I swear to goodness, Sakisi just so aggressive right now. We're just not seeing it happen in this position. And it looks like it's going to be another round on the board for Sakisi.
Well, I don't know if we're going to want to jump to conclusions too quickly. It is 1 versus 2, which is possible. Make that 1 versus 1. However, is the final kill going to come through? No, it is going to be Lily with the last kill of the round. That was almost a big clutch there by TSG, but unfortunately, it doesn't happen. And so the 7th round on the board now for Sakichi Esports. They are setting themselves up for a very dominant victory. They now, approaching the end of the first half, have taken the vast majority of these rounds.
That's what they need, too. So great stuff on them. Lily with the sneaky wraparound. It was a really great plan, too. So let's see what Lily's got up their sleeve this time around, as we do see a flashbang to the face, quite literally. Lily's going to have to back up. It looks like most of the team is committed to that B-bomb plant. Lily will take out Hag. Bonnie will take out Kratos. Great shot stands as they try to watch their backsides. Information's been gathered, so they're going to throw smoke and go for the plant. I think this is a smart idea. That way, they don't have to worry too much about that connector hall. All they have to really do is watch the CT spawn and then just keep their utility up and watch Cat. It's a long way to wrap around for one person specifically if you're on TSG.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Kurama try and make this entry in. Throws the gun, actually. Picks up another one. Just trying to make some noise. Trying to draw out any fire or any bodies for an exit frag. But it looks like Kurama's just going to try and save up. Moving his way over towards A instead. And should be successful. Instead, just sitting in this spot, hoping to catch someone on the exit path. But actually, Persephone may end up walking into their crosshairs. Does indeed, so that's at least another kill. A little bit extra money, a little bit of taking away a little bit of money from your opponents by making them drop that gun and having to rebuy. But at the end of the day, it's still 8 rounds to Sakichi.
Right, any little bit counts. It's great stuff from them. So one round still for them. On the 10th round now. Karaman trying to get some redemption there, make use of that AK that was picked up. Bonnie goes down with a nade. That was a lot of pre-fire shots happening. So good stuff there. I know Sakisi's proud of that one. Percept does find Karama, gets the headshot. Bomb is going to be escorted towards these backstairs. I was going to say, it looks like they wanted to commit towards the A site. They actually went for it this time around. So I see an A-bomb plant more than likely from Bonnie here, which is a great idea. And just like that, once again, it's a 4v1 situation.
Yeah, Bonnie has been absolutely on fire since we jumped on board. I mean, we were talking about AL Gaming's sitting at 7-2, has only gone up to 8-6 now. So really, since we jumped on board, has not been playing anywhere near as well. But Bonnie has definitely stepped up. And look at that KD, sitting at 13-4. Really great stuff. But that's going to be a nice kill there from Twist onto Lily. It's just going to be Twist trying to 1 versus 3 this, and this seems like an all too familiar situation for TSG.
All right, gotta run for their lives, save up. Okay, somebody was spotted. Unfortunately, the kill, the post bomb kill won't go off, but still, 1-9 scoreline. Feels like Sakisi is just running away with this. Great stuff from them. Once again, we're gonna see Bonnie with the bomb. They're all gonna escort themselves right up towards newspaper. No hesitation. Look at this. They've all run up right through the middle. They know what they want to do. They know how they want to set up. And this is the perfect way to do it. I'm not exactly sure about that smoke grenade, but I am very confident in their aggression. I think that's a really solid play there. So now that the information is gathered, that means that everybody has to wrap around for a retake that wasn't even, the bomb isn't even down yet, and they already kind of are in a retake position. So it's a weird situation, but either way, they're still going to get a bomb planted for it.
A couple nice kills coming through, but then AL Gaming gets one. Does get traded off by Kretov, though. So Kretov and his teammate Twist have Bonnie in a 2-on-1 situation. The bomb is down, though, so can they make this count? As Bonnie is gonna get wrapped around on. Twist takes them out. So that is going to be another round going over to TSG Gaming, but this is still a dire situation that they're going to be in as we enter the final round of the half, and it is a 9-2 lead for Sakichi.
Something we got to make mention to is this is the second time since we've been on board, of course, where we saw an aggressive A push that kind of ended in disaster. And I mean specifically an aggressive. I don't mean a slow play and a wraparound. I mean rush through mid, go straight to A, profit. It just didn't work, unfortunately, this time around once again. But I still like the fact that they're putting that in their gameplay and mixing it up. I mean, again, they've only dropped 2 rounds for it, but, you know, having that kind of pressure just to kind of send the message is something you always want to do. That way you don't end up, you know, kind of funneling your strategies. And it looks like once again they're going to go for sort of the same play here as we see Bonnie in the game. Bonnie once again with the bomb rushing right towards A, except this time they slow played a little bit just to kind of clear the board before they get the bomb plant. So I like this decision from them, staying consistent and making this stuff work for them. That's a lot better.
Oh, and actually, I thought Ale had a shot there, but didn't get it. Does take that one and find a kill with this. A sniper, and it does get dropped though by Hagodrice, but the bomb has gone down. It's a 3-on-2 in favor of TSG, but this retake is something they've had a lot of trouble with completing. That's gonna be Bonnie finding a couple targets there, no kills, but some tags. That's gonna be a kill onto Hagodrice, and Myphobia takes out removers, but Twist makes the flank onto Bonnie, gets that kill, but now Myphobia knows exactly where this last member of TSG is. She onto the bomb site and gonna get dropped there. So that is 10 rounds of the first half going the way of Sakichi Esports.
I'm actually surprised to see that kill get finished in that situation. I mean, after the kill happened around A, especially on elbow, the call out was made at that point. We knew that the bomb was going to pretty much tick down and nothing was going to happen, but we still saw an exchange there, which was pretty interesting. Good
I mean, it was the last part of the half, so it's not like you would want to save up or save that or anything. So you just got to go for it.
Great point. Yeah, so forcing the exchange, having them go down. Yeah, you're right in this situation. With that said, the pistol round has started. Just like that, poor Bonnie got swarmed from behind. It's like Lily's going to find Kratov. It's a 2v1 situation. The bodies dropped so quick. That was ridiculous. But still, after all of that, Sakichi still comes up on top.
Yep, they 11-2 now for Sakichi, and they're looking very good to close this one out now. So they go ahead, buy up a couple of guns here, but nothing really, no real full buys as they move out to get into position. Let's see where the bomb is going to be moving. It looks like it's an B-side rush from members of TSG, and I mean, you have to basically choose a rush when you're on these pistols in the second round of a half, but it is not working out as Lily comes around the corner behind them and finds a triple kill. That is devastating for the side of TSG, and just like that, we are now on match point.
I was gonna say the strategy coming out from Sakichi was pretty good too, and it was more of an information thing, but it was still a big vital piece. So what ends up happening is they rushed. Lily had, of course, an accomplice. They rushed right through the bottom, went right through double doors, and this is the information you get in that situation. If you run into any contact, obviously you know that there's at least a split, or someone's gonna try to rush towards A, which is the information you gather. But if you run into absolutely nobody, you know that you have the flank. So what they did is they wrapped around, they went all the way around, and that was just a quick and easy kill for Lily. With that said, this time around, they didn't go for that plan. They went towards A, which was a smart move because they did find a couple in newspaper. Wall bang, Hagodrice goes down. Great stuff. And just like that, the game's over. great stuff.
Very, very strong, dominant play from the side of Sakichi Esports. 13-2. They take the victory and move on to the next round.
Woo! Yeah, that was a nice, fast matchup as we just wrapped that up. That was, of course, TSG versus Sakichi. We've seen Sakichi perform really well over the last few, weeks. We've seen them come into the top 16 or top 8 a few times. And, guys, this was the round of 16. We are going to be getting to the quarterfinals in a little bit, but we had this match ready to go, so we wanted to jump into it. Before we go on break here and get ready for the quarterfinals match, which actually will be, I think, Team Ascent versus Sakichi, we'll be trying to update to see exactly where we are. Let's talk a little bit about where we are, how we got to here. I'm going to pull up the brackets. You guys can't see it right away, but let me just show everybody. So this is where we are right now. You are seeing King Uprising won their match, so that's going to be updated in a few. Sakisi won theirs. Team Ascent won theirs. We're actually going to be jumping to that quarterfinals. You'll see this bracket fill up, but these are those 16. Some of the names that stand out to me here are Penguins, CSPG Immortals, Ascent, Viral, Uprising. You know, we've got a lot of the same teams that have made it, because let's take a look at the standings, guys. This is really important. I do want to talk about it. Viral, Ascent, CSPG Immortals, Sakisi, and Penguins, they're all in the top 8. These guys are in the top 8, which means all of them are getting points today, which is really great for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Solidifying yourself in that top 8 with 1 week to go after this tournament is over. That could be big. You can get yourself guaranteed that qualifier to try and make it to the live event. But at the same time, while these top 8 teams moving on into the top 8 once again is great, I want to take a look at some of the teams that we haven't really seen before. As I look through the bracket, we can see Loco Squad and Land of Fire. Both teams that Loco Squad, I don't believe, has actually ever played in a cup, so they have a big chance to come in. And Land of Fire is sitting at 15 points, so they're already going to be getting themselves at least doubling the amount of points they have. If they win that matchup, they will be jumping far above and beyond what they've gained in previous cups. So opportunities for newcomers are still there.
Right, absolutely. All right, so we are going to take a break. We have to get into the quarterfinals now, ladies and gentlemen, which is great, but it does mean we have a few minutes. We got to prep. It's going to take some time. So while we wait, we're going to jump to a pause here in the stream. You guys, of course, the stream will keep going, the brackets and everything, and we'll get that matchup ready for you guys in just a few moments. So don't go anywhere, folks. We are moving to the quarterfinals here on the EU Championship Cup for CEOPS. We'll see you in just a few moments. Hey everybody, welcome back. We are getting live here into the COPS action here in the EU Cup. We are in the quarterfinals, and we've got a lot of awesome games that have taken place today as we have started with one of the largest amount of teams we've had in the ESL COPS Open Cup history. We had over 160 some teams sign up. It might have even been more than that, so it's been a lot of matches here today as we've moved forward. But guys, let's talk a little bit about where we're at right now. We were just talking about the bracket and standings, a lot of implications on the line. Let's go take a look at the bracket right now. When we take a look and see, we've got, King Uprising, no surprise. They're back into the semifinals. This is something, it seems like a kind of a home for them. King Uprising making it to that position every single week.
Yeah, they've been a dominant team here in Europe, sitting alone in first by a pretty large margin, 310 points coming into this cup, and looking to just continue to add on to that lead. They really want to solidify themselves as the #1 team in all of Europe.
I think today, if making it to the semifinals has done that. They don't guarantee themselves #1, but they guarantee themselves a top 3 spot. I think they guarantee themselves top 2. I'm looking at it. We only have one cup after today, and in theory, Viral or CSPG Immortal could shoot up here. Viral could get another 100 points. They're still in this. So is Team Ascent. But King Uprising with that semi-finish, if they make it to the finals here today, they are going to have almost a sure dominant lead. In fact, depending on how all the games go in the rest of the quarterfinals, we might be able to walk away here tonight by giving King Uprising a #1 seed. Depending, right? Like if they get another #1 and Team Ascent and Viral don't make it to the finals, that should be a clear path for 1 seed for the rest of the cups.
And I'm pretty sure even if they do get #1, I'm pretty sure they are guaranteed the top seed, but I'll have to double check that math.
Yeah, I was gonna say it really comes down to. I mean, the biggest ticket is the fact that King's Uprising did beat Viral. That was one of the things I was gonna solidify because that's like top 3.
Yeah,
right?
it's true.
So,
No, it's true. And Viral's top 3. I mean, yeah, with Viral knocked out already, they made it to the quarters, but that's a big spot. That's right, Shadosha. That's huge.
Right. And so really it just comes down to that one side of the bracket where it's going to be King's Uprising versus Ascent. Now, if Ascent can shut down King's Uprising, all they have to do is do that for 1 more week. And the chances of them kind of stealing that first place spot are somewhat there. But that also comes down to the fact that King's Uprising has to pretty much get upset in somewhere in the quarterfinals, semifinals of next week in order to solidify that spot. But either way, I mean, when it comes down to it, there's still no denying them that top 8 spot. So they're still good no matter how you dice it. Either way, man, that side of the bracket is going to be nuts.
It is. Hey, guys, this is pretty awesome, but we actually are ready to get into our match, as we are going to be seeing it's the knife round going on right now. CSPG Immortals versus Loco Squad. You can see, looks like CSPG actually loses the knife round, so this could be Loco Squad getting that, and they do choose CT as we get the swap now.
And we were talking so much about King Uprising. I do want to talk really quickly about Loco Squad. This is their first cup that they've competed in, so they're coming into this with 0 points to their name. And if they can get themselves into the top 4 and potentially even further, if they get to the finals, who knows what they might be able to do, but they could get themselves leapfrogged way up into the standings. When you can, just getting into the top 4 alone would get them up into the top 25 or so when all is said and done. So absolutely huge opportunity for this squad. Even though they joined these cups late, you can still make a name for yourselves.
Yes, if any time to clutch, now's the time. With that said, we do start with Loco Squad on CT side. It's like it's going to be a double door push. Get on my levels holding the bomb. So, no, it looks like they wrapped around. So it looks like they're hanging out, spun over towards glass. I guess the rewrap has happened. I'm not exactly sure what to do. So again, we talked about CSPG Immortals, and we haven't really talked about kind of the rocky gameplay that they've been having, unfortunately.
It does unfortunately look like one member of Loco Squad did disconnect, but it doesn't matter. 4 versus 5, they still take the pistol round, so they're gonna have to play down a man, unfortunately, for the time being, until their player can reconnect. But said, still able to take that first round regardless.
That's a big deal for them too. So either way, local squad, because they took that round, they're going to be sitting on some pretty decent money. Still one man down. It seems like they decided to actually save in this scenario, which is somewhat of a decent situation. I think they're afraid that because they dropped the play, they're going to have a bit of a rough situation. And while that was happening, Zin's just sitting by the door, hanging out, just waiting for them to come by. So he gets 2 shotgun kills, which is a big deal for him. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to salvage any good guns because, again, they didn't buy. So somewhat of a smart play here from local squad. In the meantime, looks like CSPG is they're gonna take this eco round with a couple of small buys here, and really no commitment towards any bomb spots. So
they're gonna get one taken down. That's gonna be a shotgun picked up by Energy, but Energy will fall. And again, unfortunately for local squad, just because of they dropped a player after we had started, they're gonna have to just continue to play this 4v5 out until they can get reconnected. Very, very unfortunate for them to make it this far and then have something like this happen, but it's just the way things go is now they can try and make a push up onto B. They pretty much have to stick together. When you're down a man like this, your information gathering is going to be lacking, your just overall firepower is going to be lacking, so you really need to try and make up for it with strategic play.
That's right. I mean, one play does make a major difference. Smoke's going to go down. That's utility that they don't have. Burns got caught in the same spot he always hangs out. So did Zen, unfortunately. So that's 2 down. And again, that's really big for them. So it's a 3v3 situation, but the bomb is down. So now it's retake time. Setup, it looks like Shali is going to try to rush right from CT side. Let's find one. Teammates there to try to help. It's going to be Cloud getting the kill. That kill will trade. So it's going to go down as well. And just like that, Energy gets another. This man is going off already.
Absolutely ridiculous that they're able to pick up multiple rounds here in this 4v5. And this was one of the few times that we've seen a team win the first opening round and then not win the subsequent round. But like you said, it's because they kind of saved up in that second round, which was very interesting. It's not something we typically see teams do. However, now with this 4v5 push going straight up onto A, they can see some gunshots coming through. Energy that is spotted it. Got some damage down.
What a sick shot. And again, he didn't get the kill, but that was such a tight angle he had to peek. He managed to get the kill. So, I mean, he managed to get the shot, excuse me. So, that's good on it until he's going to come out. Oh, really? Wow, that's pretty good.
That's a lot. Oh, my goodness. Get on my level and Energy absolutely mowing down their opponents up on hay roofs. And they just like that, they just cleaned them up 4-0. They aced them while being down a man. This team, they look for real, even without their 5th, who I just saw them reconnecting now. So they're about to be at full power, and they have been looking so strong these first few rounds, even without.
Yeah, that's a scary situation. You just don't want to be in that. I mean, one man down and you're kind of struggling. But again, this is what I was talking about before. CSPG, they've come up big when necessary, but unfortunately, it just seems like when they're on the big stage, they kind of choke it out a little bit, which is unfortunate. The rotation here from local squad, they've been grouped up very well. It's been helping them out, and this is the reason why they've been able to kind of attack these bases wherever they want to push so well. Strong's gonna get another kill, and just like that, it's a 1v1 situation.
Burns had done a lot of work there on this round, had picked up, I believe, 3 kills, but now 1v1 situation. Shahilu spots out his target, but Strong is the one who gets the kill and takes the round for Loco Squad, 4-1 up.
And the round starts. Screenshot's gonna happen real fast, and in the meantime, the round is still gonna go as that's going on. Shahilu, once again, there's no major buys. So as I said before, Zin still sticking with the signature shotgun. Want to try to make a rush, get a peek where possible. Cloud's going to pick up a kill in the meantime, which is big. Trying to gather information on double door. Smoke goes down. Aggressive push right into it. They're going to try to go towards T-Spawn. Wow. I think that's a solid play. If they can wrap around Cafe and kind of pinch these guys as soon as possible, I think that would be the best option, especially because they're lacking in firepower. If you can kind of, disperse these AK rounds, you can do something big. And the bomb is down, by the way, as you can see on B. And Zin's going to pick up an AK because of it.
very interesting buy here from the side of CSPG. Oh, had a strong chance there, but Burns ends up cleaning up through those doors, and that will be the second round of the game going over to CSPG. But it was a very interesting buy from them. They had a couple members on AKs, but then one member had just a pistol. We had the shotgun come out, so they aren't afraid to do these different levels of buys. Shadow, unfortunately, I think just missed the buy window, as he's going to be running with just a pistol, no utility or anything on him this round, so he's going to have to be very careful.
I'm gonna have to start making up a new name for that. I'm gonna call it the great value round, where a few people buy it and the rest of them just kind of borrow the guns from the other team. We're gonna call it a great value round. So they managed to win that one successfully too, which is good. And then Burns finds another.
Burns is starting to really go off here. He does end up falling to strong, but not before picking himself up 2 kills. And we're gonna have to keep our eyes on Burns, because he is really finding some nice angles onto our opponents. But right now, Mr. Shahilu sitting on 10 health on bomb site A. They've got 4 members all around bomb site A. They don't realize that Strong is currently rotating around towards B with Clutch Master. So they've got 1 member that I believe is moving over that direction. Yeah, it looks like Sid PvP has made his way over towards B, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the team is going to spot them in transit.
I have to talk real quickly about the exchange between a Strong and not Strong. Excuse me. It was a Shadow and
Strong.
I think, yeah, Strong is going off, by the way. He's doing his thing, which is great. It was Strong. It was actually it was Shadow and Cloud. That exchange. They both were sitting next to each other on double doors, just waiting for the next person to move. They wanted to get the information off. As soon as we saw a CT wrap around back towards B, immediately Shadow made the push forward, knew that they were moving, but still the angle was peaked. As you can see, it did pay off. They got the information that there was going to be a push towards B, and just because of that, they did get it diffused. But that was still sick play from both teams. That was the most awkward stalemate while you were talking that I was watching the entire time. It was crazy. I was like, no one's going to move? What?
And both of these teams very much focusing on trying to just get the information of where their opponents are and looking to react and answer to it. And so we end up with some actually really interesting rotations, really interesting utility getting thrown out here as well, as some smoke ended up behind the T side, but they find the opening kill onto Sid PvP. They're pretty consistently finding these members that are trying to sit in these corners, as again, there's going to be more on B side energy and get on my level, finding a few kills for themselves.
That's what I'm talking about. T side bringing the pain. About time too, and this is well needed too. Local squad definitely wants to come up big if they have an opportunity to get themselves on the board and get some great points. So yeah, they set up pretty well in this situation. Cloud's gonna have to make a decision. The decision has pretty much been settled. Wrap back around, so you can find a few kills here and there. He does peek towards Cafe, but Strong's just there and waiting. He's like, nah, we're not gonna do that stuff. We're done.
Yeah,
so,
trying to retake against 3 is very, very difficult, because they can watch all of the entrance angles, and that is exactly what they just did on side of local squad. So 5-3. I mean, given the way the first few rounds went, I didn't think this was going to be a very close game, but CSPG has definitely stepped up a bit and has been able to find themselves a few rounds. But local squad still, I am very impressed with what I've been seeing from this team and the new entry in. They find a grenade kill there onto Mr. Shahilo and just spraying through double doors, finding more kills.
I feel like Energy is just really giving him a hard time. Now, I have to give credit to Burns, though, because Burns has been playing as solid as humanly possible. I'm not going to say he's been carrying the team, but he's definitely been forcing the rest of his team to kind of step it up in his gameplay. So great stuff from him. But geez, when it comes down to it all, Energy is just reminding them. It's like, listen, I'm here to play. And again, he's not even the lead fragger. He's just getting the kills that really kind of stifle the defensive play that you want to see from the CT side. And then after that, Strong just goes on cleanup. So it's just like that. It's a rough pocket to be in. And again, they've been playing that way with a man down for the last couple of rounds. So now that everybody's back, it's just been somewhat of a nightmare right now for CSPG, but if anyone can adjust, they can. So we'll see what they come up with.
That bomb looks like it's going over towards B side right now. There's only one member really watching B. A second one is rotating in. but that is going to be Sid PvP again getting spotted and dropped. Energy finding 2 more kills, and they're just going to hold this site 5 on 3, but they can watch every single angle. There's going to be a wraparound here. It looks like who's that trying to come through? Oh, it's going to be a firefight there, but Get On My Level takes out Z-Knight. And so it is just the lone member remaining for CSPG, trying to sit here over on elbow and save up.
It's a good idea. It's a full. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, it's funny. Clutch Master was running around just shooting at random corners, just trying to make sure no one's peeking these corners. And the one time he wraps a corner and doesn't shoot, he gets clipped. So, that's a bit of a heartbreaker. I was just about to go on a nice little talk about how
the grenade.
That's come on, man.
That's so mean.
Come on, man.
They knew that because Strong had wrapped around. Strong had actually wrapped around, knew where he was because of the earlier kill, got a little bit of damage onto him, and so then Energy just knowing, hey, he's low, he's going to be staying in that corner. Let's just go ahead and toss a grenade in there. Absolutely dirty. And now Shadow with that sniper finds the first kill early on.
Ratio time, huh?
Yep.
Interesting.
I do love the U ratio onto double doors. It's a really, really strong angle that you can get, especially from the T side spawn.
Right, I was gonna say all you have to do is step up like 2 flights of stairs. Boom, you're right there. You can see through both sides, and if you want to wrap towards Cafe, you can do that too. It's like he's gonna take that U ratio and head towards glass though.
That is actually.
Oh my god! What? What? What a shot! That was insane from Shadow. And that was a close quarter. Gets another one. It's the PvP that goes down after just taking out Clutch too. So that's a rough situation. They know where the next one is, and I really wouldn't want to jump into Shadow's crosshairs right now. Just don't do it. Bomb though hasn't been planted. It's 35 seconds on the clock. Looks like they commit to it now. Good idea.
Know where the last member is. They just saw shots coming.
But it is Burns, though. Never mind. Never mind. Okay, let me stop talking. I got the memo, Shadow. You're that guy. Okay, Shadow gets shut down. That hurts. 8-3 is the scoreline. Jeez.
Okay, so Shadow with U ratio. All right, I'm a believer. I mean, I like the U ratio in certain spots on this map. Wasn't the spot Shadow was in, but he made it work.
Close quarter pitches. Oh my goodness, that's the worst position to be in if you're strong. He goes to throw utility to walk through the smoke and say, you know what? I'm here for business. I want these newspapers. I'm going to shut you down. Just like that's a 2v2 situation. Sid's in a good spot, though. Has a nice little angle to peek. Isn't alone either. So Shahila's going to be joining on the top of the stairs. So he's going to be able to get information from the backside if he hears anybody. Anyone wraps around towards A or by double doors, he will be able to get the spot.
PvP. In a really good spot, but he's going to move.
Oh, that was a weird position to be in.
He was lucky that was Shadow, though. If that was anyone else with an actual gun, he probably would have been just walking into some crosshairs and getting lit up. But because it was the U ratio on Shadow, missed the first shot, and that allowed Sid PvP to just be able to find that kill. But his Clutch Master going to be living up to that name for now as he gets Sid PvP, but can he find Mr. Shahilu? Shahilu fires a shot, gives away his position, and Clutch Master immediately moving that direction.
It was actually Clutch Master that pushed Shahilu out of position, so I'm going to call him a little bit of a jerk there for getting Sid killed and not let him know that happened. He's a mean guy. It's messed up. I know he just wanted the clutch for himself, but I guess technically that's what he got. He got clutch for himself, right?
He doesn't have enough time to plant.
Yeah, he's done for the day.
No, he gets it. Oh my god, he gets the plant. No, okay.
I was gonna say he didn't get the plant, unfortunately.
I was gonna say because I thought the round ends when once the time runs out and you can't actually make the plant anymore. But it kept going, so I thought maybe he had just barely gotten it. That was about half a second away from being able to plant.
That was pretty interesting. I know they're glad they won that round. That was a rough situation. But with that said, side switch. Now it's CSPG Immortals time to make an aggressive push. Looks like they're going to go right through double doors. Great option. One buys utility. Bird's looking for some kills. You know how he does. Does see a nade come out, so you know somebody else wraps around. But there's someone at the bottom of the stairs. They're going to take him out. That was great effort. Fortunately, did get flanked once again. We're in a 2v2 situation, but the bomb is going to go down on that.
Now Strong and Shadow gonna try and make their way in. There's a little bit of a firefight going on outside of A, but Shadow sniffs that out, rotates over, and finds the kill. What a defuse. This is such a good angle. He can watch the entrance, but he can't watch behind him. But Strong had his back, and now Strong will get to be the hero and defuse that bomb.
Oh, what a sacrifice, but still well worth it. If we would have gotten a cheeky defuse, that would have been great. You know, fortunately, there was somebody watching, which is great on them. That's a round that they needed too. So that keeps them with this momentum that they've been having. The score is now 9-4, and they're gonna have full buy ahead of them. So if this eco round goes their way, they're gonna be able to do just fine here. Zint in the rest of the game. CSPG, they're gonna try to make something happen here.
Shadow, first round win immediately, says, you know what? I don't need utility. I need a U ratio. And he's got that gun once again. See if he can make any plays. Oh, that's out one, but
stop it. Stop it. Okay, all right. Strong's there to clean it up for him. That was Shadow. Come on now. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right, I get it. You want this game. You race. I'm done talking. 6-shot.
Point blank.
Again, close quarters. Yeah, right in the mouth. And it was Burns, too, which is their top fragger. That's a way to say, not an insult, but definitely a pinch in the arm. Like, listen, we're here to play. Take these noogies. Local squad, a team we haven't seen at all, coming up not only big, but making a hell of
statements. Like, that's what they're doing here.
That's crazy. So good stuff on them. 4v1. And they know where the last player is. So all they got to do is kind of hold it out here. And Zint, trying to find a kill, does get level. Can you make a push towards
45 health? He's getting onto B, but he's going to get chased by all three members. Finds one, but that's all he's going to find as Energy finishes him off. 10-4 now for Loco Squad, looking to solidify themselves into the top 4 in their first ever Ops Cup. And it's looking good for them right now. They have just really been impressive.
Right now, I'm tuning once again into Burns. Burns, a player who's been, like I said, coming up strong, but once again gets shut down. At this point in time, I was going to say, CT's just found a way to wrap around and kind of get the pinches where necessary, and it's been working so well for them. Let's get him my level. It's another twofer. They're making it score 11-4. But, I have to say, when it comes to legacy, this local squad has been showing just what power in numbers does. And we've seen that since the beginning, where they were a man down, but still just had the firepower lined up as a unit. So that way, if anybody, anytime someone goes down, there's always someone to provide that cover fire or just, do cleanup. Great stuff on them as they're going to possibly shut down CSPG Immortals once again.
That's exactly what they're looking to do. Shadow watching double doors. Just saw someone run through his crosshairs for like a half a second. Didn't have the time to pull off the shot, but he's just going to be making sure that no one is moving up this way. This is, again, even though he's not finding kills, it's a lot of information that he's able to tell to his team. Like, they can all basically rotate over to B side because they're pretty sure that's where they're going to be making the push. Burns finds a kill through the smoke. Excellent job there, but it gets traded back as Get On My Level takes out Sid. Shadow finds Mr. Shahilu.
He knew.
Oh my goodness.
Strong knew. Strong had the information, said, I'm just going to wait here. I know you're going to try to walk towards A as his firepower is going. Not going to happen. Walks into a shot, loses his life and the bomb in the process. So now they just have to sit and wait. It's one left, 2v1 situation. They know he's by newspapers. He's wrapped around, actually. I take it back. He pushed right through double doors. What a gutsy play.
And Shadow actually hesitated a bit there, so he didn't get the kill, but Get On My Level does. And 12-4 now. Match point for Loco Squad. Are they going to be able to finish this one off here and now? It is full buys across the board. Shadow's got the U ratio once again, it looks like. And so they are going to be just once more setting up. Shadow making his way towards double doors. He's actually
going to say the two people to watch is actually going to be Clutch Master and Shadow because of the double doors. But continue.
Saw an arm come through there, does get the that is not the U ratio, by the way. That is the M14, I believe. That is a interesting pickup. I don't think I've ever seen someone use this gun in a competitive environment, but he's finding kills. What is this man doing with these guns? Apparently, if as long as it has a scope, Shadow can make magic happen.
Well, poor Burns. Burns has been really putting his best effort for it too, but once the sides switch, he just seems to be getting caught out. They're punishing his aggression, even when he tries to solo rotate and make things happen. They just, like I said, they keep mounting that firepower. Oh, Shahila was spotted. I was gonna say, so that plan is gonna have to be canceled there. He's gonna have to go ahead and help his team. Unfortunately, Shahila can't wrap around fast enough to go and get Cloud
8 health,
back up.
52 health, but Shahilu gets it.
Big deal. Good shot. That was clean. Well needed to keep themselves back in this game. They still have another shot. The round isn't over until it's over, just so you know. With that said,
absolutely,
it looks like Shadow this time around said, you know, I'm gonna put down the snipers. Let's get to the good stuff. AK back in hand. Wrap around towards B. Oh, that nade. Great cover right there. Level can't find a kill, unfortunately, on Glass, so he does try to watch that long haul. Sees nothing, goes right back. Flash is gonna come out. And they know that the B push has been teased. Looks like the bomb is on that side, actually, so maybe it's actually a commitment. And once again, Burns coming up big, which is really needed. Another kill for him, and that's a headshot. Gonna force it to a 2v1 situation. Unfortunately, he does get clipped in the back. Now it's just down to Energy and Shahilu for the win. He's gonna have to come up big here.
Absolutely is going to have to come up big, but it's 12-5. This is match point 1-on-1. Energy and Shahilu, both of them are at full health, full armor. It's just a matter of who is going to spot who. Shahilu moving up towards A, but Energy
they're gonna run right into each other.
Yeah, they're going right into each other. Shahilu gets the first shots, dropped to 28 health, but the only hit point that matters is the last one, and he gets the kill.
It was crazy as he peeked that angle so wide. He was looking towards the bottom of the stairs and not the wall, and he still manages to get the look and get the shot. That was so big for them, but Shahilu comes up huge when necessary. So great stuff from them. Fortunately, that smoke grenade wasn't so great. So they're gonna get a little bit of a delay in pushing these double doors, but the killer's gonna be found. Shahilu saw two. He had to pick a target though, so he picks the one on the bottom level, which was good on my level. Fortunately, he wasn't on that level. That joke sucked. I tried. Doesn't matter though. Burns gonna wrap around towards A. Great decision from him. Once again, I like this idea. It's a 2v2 situation, and he wants to try to flush him out and get him to play their game. So that's a good idea. Unfortunately, he's not going to have any backup as Cloud is going to go down by Energy. And not only that, but he knows where he is too, so that sucks. That really sucks.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's gonna go for the defusal. Energy's gonna peek the corner. Smart idea. Just like that, everyone throws their guns and leaves. Great games. Local squad takes this one, and what I would like to call once again an upset.
Absolutely. I think anything that they win is an upset because we don't know who they are. They are an unknown team. Their first ever Seahawks Cup, and they are coming in strong. They've got themselves now a top 4 finish. Shadow is like, hey, was I not supposed to take a screenshot with someone at the end here? But it doesn't matter. It's of the entire opposing team has left. So that is just Loco Squad moving on to the semifinals. Definitely going to be a team to watch. That was a very impressive showing from them.
Absolutely, guys. I mean, they very dominant. I mean, even when they were on with 4v5. Now, granted, sometimes being down a guy can give you that extra motivation to play a little bit safer, a little bit smarter, and make it, because you're at a disadvantage. And it seemed like actually once they got their 5th man, it started to get a little bit closer. But really, really good play by Loco as they're coming in here, and they are moving to the semifinals, everybody. So to kind of come in here, put together a roster and try to compete is pretty exciting. So with that, guys, we're going to be taking another break, and when we come back, we should be jumping into our semifinals, actually, which are going to be taking place very, very soon. You guys are not going to miss it. It's so far really, really impressive. If you take a look at the bracket, I'm actually just going to pull it up here for you guys, just to let you guys know of any updates. It does appear we've got some semifinals already coming together. In fact, this was the last one to get called. So we'll be jumping into the next semifinals here in just a few seconds after the break. We'll see you guys all in just a few minutes.
settle for that 50 or 35, depending on how the third place match goes. But this is a big one. This is absolutely massive for these two teams, not just for the points, but also just for the pride. You know, both of these teams have been back and forth at each other's throats at all times. It feels like during these tournaments, it always seems to come down to one of these two teams.
Yeah, I mean they've been up on the semifinals ring multiple times, and to see them come again, you know, it's either been Viral or AAS or Ascent, but these King Uprising has had to go into these really intense matchups time and time again, and they found ways to make it to the finals. Now, the finals have always been unique in the sense of how Kings may have walked away with some of these cups, but you know, no doubt the fact that Kings can get to that point week after week has been very incredible.
Yeah, it's a true test of skill, I have to say. So once again, and I can't help but stress this. This is top two teams playing right now for the semifinals. So this is a big knockout round, and I think really what makes this huge is the fact that this is semifinals and not finals. So the person that wins this, if it's King Uprising, they're definitely gonna have a huge push ahead. But if Team Ascent does it, they have a chance, like I said before, of potentially taking that #1 spot, depending again, of course, on how King Uprising does next week.
Yeah, we're just going to have to see. So this could be it, right? You know, if they get into that first place spot, we'll take a look at the standings right now. That does mean Ascent will, you know, have a shot at getting 100 points. And they won't be above King Uprising because King Uprising, of course, will have a chance for that third place match. But they'll definitely be right within striking distance to take the #1 seed. But if King Uprising wins this, and Tasty, just looking at how the points go, you take a look at the fact that you know, you only get about, I think it's like 35 points for third place. You're looking at, if King Uprising wins this, they will be, you know, almost 100 points in front of Team Ascent, likely to be able to claim first seed for the entire month.
Yeah, it's definitely a big opportunity for them, and actually. Yeah, I did the math a little bit during the break, and if King Uprising wins this semifinal, the most points Ascent can get from this week is 50, which would get them up to 285. But King Uprising would be guaranteed to be at least 385, so they would then be guaranteed that #1 seed as long as they show up and make it to the top 64 next week. That's all they would have to do, assuming they got second place and Ascent got third this week. So Uprising has that chance to clinch #1 overall if they take this cup today.
So there you guys have it, right? Uprising looking to get the #1 seed. That will qualify them for the July Championship Double Elimination Cup.
They're qualified for that already.
Well, we'll qualify as first place for that cup.
They're
seed #1. You take a look at what this all means when we get into it. The July Cup is really, those are the dates there, the 2nd, the 9th, and the 16th. That is when everything is on the line for these teams because so much is going to happen here. Those are the double elimination cups, which you have to make it to the July Cup to qualify for this open offline LAN event. So, you know, you don't qualify through the May and June Open Cups. You qualify into the July Cup, which will qualify you for those 2 spots from each region. So you definitely, you know, if you're the side of King Uprising, you're feeling pretty good about the position that you're going into the next cup. And it looks like we've got the knife round underway. It's actually wrapping up, so let's jump right into it, guys, as we get into this semifinals matchup.
All right. Again, as we said before, this is going to be King Uprising versus Ascent. Ascent did win that round, knife round. So it looks like they're going to be jumping onto the CT side. Let me make sure I have that correct. Excuse me, it was Ascent that won it. So Ascent's going to jump onto the CT side as we get this started, making sure everybody's okay. And then I will be getting the reset ready.
Yeah, absolutely. So we should be just about ready to get into it. So let's take a look and... take a look. Yeah, we're ready to get into it. All right, guys. I'm kicking it over to you.
All right, the reset has happened. And once again, this is King Uprising versus Ascent. Now, immediately I have to jump on with Headshot. It's just, you know, as much as we talk about all of these players, there's one person that, you know, every time we watch King Uprising always comes up big, especially when necessary. So, you know, pistol round starts off. They're on T side here on grounded. I'm watching the slow escort. Looks like it's already somebody on B long, so the information has already been gathered, and they're still gonna try to at least softly commit towards this A. Hey, I take that back. Never mind. They're wrapping right back around towards the middle of the map.
All right,
For them, this is big.
And just a little bit of a sneaky play here from the T side, but they are going to be finding them out. Q8 finds the first 2, make that the first 3 kills with those dualies. Able to pick up 3 of his 5 opponents. King Vizzy gets the 4th. The bomb is down, and it is now all up to Hulk to try and maybe find a couple kills. He gets 2 there, but that's going to be all he gets as Q8 with the 4 kills, quads on the first pistol round.
I have to say, A bomb site is just a site you never want to give up, and it's part of the reason why this is a T-sided map for the most part. So many angles and corridors to watch, and so once Kings pushed in and they had 4-man coverage, getting in there and trying to find everybody and peek those angles just to make a retake is just the most difficult thing for you. So unfortunately, it didn't happen that this
nice
time
flank
around.
here by big flank by Ascent, but are they going to be successful with it? It doesn't look like it. The superior firepower of King just really coming through as they get 4 kills in a hurry. And now Thierry is going to be finding a nice headshot with that pistol, making it a 1-on-1. Where is his opponent? It looks like the bomb is going to be moving towards B still, but very slow now from headshot.
I like this decision. He's actually doing something a little bit cheeky. There's 46 seconds on the clock. He's going to have to commit to something at some point, but right now he's doing gun protection. He doesn't want him doing that budget shopping. So I like this decision from him. Theory is going to wrap the long way and actually didn't even get a chance to pick up a gun. Theory's going on the defense there. So this is really big. That's a great play from Headshot. Now, again, if Theory holds out and doesn't find a pick, he can still win this game, but
rotation coming through. Doesn't get spot.
So loud. I was going to say he was so loud. So he heard
so
that he
loud.
wrapped around to get the quick pick.
He was so loud, he had no idea where Thierry was either. And that was just a nice play from Thierry to play patient in a situation where he knew he had the advantage. The bomb has to make a move at some point. So he just gets to a centralized location and just waits, trying to listen for some footsteps. That's exactly what he did. It worked out. But Thierry, what a grenade, just absolutely destroying Headshot and King Doggo.
It's a big deal. Just like that. They managed to secure an 8 bomb sites. One-man show, though. Fortunately, Theory's over there hanging out. It doesn't matter. Right now, what they want to do is just watch everything. Meanwhile, Empire's hanging out by connector. Or more so, I think it's better to say he's hanging out by scanners, trying to just get enough information, tell the bomb where to go. Bomb is, of course, being held by Fizzy here, who's trying to wait for some more information as well. So I was going to say the best plan of action, would be to push towards A. But, no matter where you go, you're going to run into a 2-man pinch. And that's just kind of the blessing of having your entire team alive in that situation. So a commitment's going to have to be made at some point. But, geez, in this situation, where do you go? My opinion, I would say poke towards glass, see who you can see, gather that information there. But there he's getting a little bit antsy, though. He's going to actually push through connector and try to find somebody. Might be a dangerous play, though. I would just wait it out, buddy. There you go. I like that. Go back to your spot.
You have the advantage. You don't need to try and force anything here. Just make the T side come to you. And they're running out of time. Are they just going to... This would be... They're going to just try and save. That's bizarre. 3 members alive, and they're just going for a save. I guess this early on, it makes a little bit more sense because you can keep your guns, you can keep your economy in a good position as opposed to trying to rush onto a site and getting yourself picked off. But still very, very strange to see a 3-man save.
Yeah, I agree. I'm just trying to think of, what's going on through their minds. Do we make a push, try to get a bomb plant, going for the kind of suicide, especially with our economy being pinched the way it is, or do we just hold off? That's what I'm thinking. And
I think it was just because their economy would have been pinched. If they lost the round, then they probably would have been on pistols. So it makes a little bit of sense, but it's still just a very conservative call being made there by King.
I agree. wholeheartedly. It's not even like they were saving utility either. Most of the stuff was already thrown out. But and again, hindsight 2020, that was a round to go. Doesn't matter. Doggo's got the bomb this time around. Looks like he's making a push towards B. He's really slowed down. There's not as much aggression as we've usually seen from Ascent. Excuse me, from King's Uprising here. Really slow played. Just giving Ascent, honestly, the opportunity to set up so comfortably and get those splits the way that they want. But what they don't realize is that there's a wide open A bomb site. And I understand why.
That there's only one man watching B at the moment. They could try and take that as well, but now the rest of the team has rotated over, and they're now all watching B. Is sitting on the tarmac. Godbra takes down Empire. It's going to be another member just walking out slowly, one at a time. This is not the way you want to go, but it's working out for them. I don't know what happened to Ascent's positioning. They had this B site watched, and now all of a sudden, Ascent, Thierry, and is able to get out there, but now finally a couple more kills coming through. This is very back and forth all of a sudden.
Yeah, it was a weird way that they got caught out. I mean, again, their position was pretty solid, and all of a sudden, when it came towards the wraparound, maybe they just funneled in. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but they just kind of dropped one by one. And even in this 2v1 situation for them, they still managed to hold position very well. They're trying to get a peek here. Does see somebody, also sees feet, but once the headshot, unfortunately, Q8's just not going to let that happen. The shutdown once again happens, and the score is now 2-2.
I'd almost want to go back and rewatch that round if we unfortunately that's not a function we have the ability to do, but like I looked at it and it looked like Ascent had positioning on that B site, and then I saw one or two members from King's Uprising walk out of the terminal and into the tarmac and just didn't get shot, and I was like, wait, why aren't they getting shot at all? So something happened there with the positioning from Ascent that they just happened to turn around at the wrong time or something like that. But it's another quick little B-side movement here from the members of King.
All right, Fizzy made a good call here. Said somebody's peeking that angle. Doesn't want to force the push. So they decide to back off. I like this slow and steady wraparound. Theory does want to try to help out towards B bomb side, but it doesn't even matter in this situation as they make their way over towards A. Rest of the team, the rest of the team is sent now by B. So this is going to be a really rough situation for them, but they're still going to try to make it happen as much as possible. It looks like Empire is still going to try to fire off some shots. Nothing to be seen here as he tries to defend that backside. The bomb is going to go down. Headshot will get a kill. Doggo's going to get he's going to get naded, unfortunately, and Cobra's going to pick off Empire just like that.
And that's going to be, again, these rounds are so close, 2-on-2 now. The bomb is down. King Fizzy, tries to get a shot and the flanking members, but just Godbra and his teammate able to get in there. But Q8 holding it down the fort, finds the last few kills, and it gets the round win for King Uprising.
Much needed kill from them too, so great stuff. All right, Ascent. What's your counter play? This is the second time you guys have kind of been pinched on CT side after setting up a solid defense. Looks like Hulk is gonna head towards A bomb site. It's not gonna be alone, of course. Theory's gonna be backing him up too. So see if he can actually make a pinch here. Unfortunately, we haven't seen this plan work out so well. Although having that split is just something that helps out a lot. So hopefully they'll keep that momentum. They'll keep that going. And in the meantime, Cobra's going to be watching the backside of B and try to see if he can catch anybody out.
And so with this setup that they've got now, again, very slow play coming out from King Uprising, even on T side. It's been working out for them a little bit, though. That's a 1-for-1 trade. Nice job by Hulk. Pick down. He spots ahead coming around these containers. Is he going to he's just waiting for that. Waiting. Very patient. I think, let's see who's on the other side there. It's Empire. I think Empire saw him as well. But he's gonna move out. No, he has no idea he's there. He's gonna turn the corner and just get lit up. Hulk, that position, the patience again. Both of these teams exhibiting some excellent patience. But there goes the bomb down over on A, and now everyone from Ascent is gonna make the move over.
And again, like I said before, the retake in this position is just the hardest thing to have to deal with. And you're seeing it happen now. Doggo gets a kill on Narcs. The wraparound is happening. Q8's just watching it. Headshot's going to take out Theory. And again, all they have to do is just watch these angles. Everybody has to kind of funnel in. Hulk says, I'm having none of that. You know what? I'm done We tried. We died. I'm going to save my gun here. And at least see if I can catch anybody poking out. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. They're going to make the push out. They know these guys are going to try to run from the bomb explosion. So Hulk is just waiting for that moment to see if he can pick off. Sees one, says too far.
Yeah.
Great decision. And it looks like they all actually went towards back towards T-spawn. So they got out without losing a single member. Good stuff, and Hulk saves a gun. So I was going to call it a win-win, but it's definitely a big loss. Score's now 4-2.
Yeah, definitely. It's a win-win, but a much larger win for the T side there on King. And now they're going to be making another push up. Their very strong push here. Kubate and Headshot finding 3 kills right in the middle of things. That was actually a pretty aggressive push from the CT side and did not work out whatsoever. Kubate finding another multi-kill round for himself.
That was a big deal, but I do like the play for them. I hope Ascent continues to do that just to kind of keep them on notice. The defensive setups, they're just not working, unfortunately. I mean, they are getting the prime positions, but they're getting outgunned. So what it seems like they tried to do in that position was actually kind of force the hand a little bit and surprise attack them. Unfortunately, the wraparound that they had was slow anyway. So King's Uprising was able to catch them all out regardless and shut them down. Worked well for him. Right now, there's a lot of gunfire being exchanged, but no one's really going down. A couple of people got pinched here and there. I know Enos is sitting on 28 health, fortunately, and he's just trying to watch and make sure no one pushes B long. Sees one person, unfortunately, he can't get the pick. Does get a hit, though, but Cubate's going to take him out regardless.
And over by B, Godbra is really kind of alone. Meanwhile, all members of King are coming through both the main exit and the side exit, and able to find a nice push, but now the flank from the rest of Ascent. 3-on-3, but this is going to be a tough retake as the smoke is down. They're not going to be able to see anything. There's bombs getting started. It does get planted here now. Is anyone going to be able to find these kills, though? It's really just a blind firing from both sides.
Yeah, that's what it's come down to. It's just, when you got quality teams that can land their shots, you just want to pre-fire as much as possible. Unfortunately, Cubate peeks backwards for a long time.
Oh, Hulk. That was dirty, Hulk. Hulk threw a smoke grenade into an opponent's face as they tried to walk through a door, and then just picked them off while they couldn't see anything. Really nice job there, and Ascent able to get the defusal. They take the 8th round in their 3rd point of the game.
It's a big deal for them, too. A little bit counts. Finally, we're seeing a smoke towards B. Yes! I love it. Thank you, Theory. Jeez. No, honestly, I say that, though, but one of the biggest pinches in the situation that they've been running into is the fact that rush is happening over there. If you shut it down, and just, the smoke doesn't last that long, but if you can shut that position down for just a moment and give yourself an opportunity to wrap around and peek elsewhere, that's a big deal. And that was something that we just flat out weren't seeing much of. So, Theory coming up big doing that gives him a chance to wrap around. And actually, it did slow down the push from King's Uprising. So they're still going to actually push towards B bomb, but it's such a slow push here. And that was what they needed.
Nice flash from Empire to try and catch anyone who happened to be outside. Looking to pop over the containers, knows that there's someone out there. Team has gotten them the information. Nice shooting here. They're just trying to peek a little bit. When King ends up getting the kill onto Thierry, who was the defender on this B side. Now they're just mowing people down as they see these shots come out from under the plane. Looks like the bomb is going to go down, though.
Planes peek right through baggage glass. Another kill. Through the smoke. Cubate, you see them. Stop that. Okay, there we go. Empire's going to do this for you. Cubate didn't feel like shooting. He was just kind of looking at him like, yeah, like your body armor. It's pretty dope. Defend that bomb site, but again, still solid play from King's Uprising. Once again, coming up big. Cubate started with the bomb. Says I don't really want anything to do with that. Backside push is going to happen again. Looks like they're heading towards departures. Watching glass, headed towards connector. Shots are fired, so they're going to know that some information is being handed by A. It's going to be Hulk that makes the gutsy wraparound. Can he actually pick somebody off through connector? Never mind. Smoke comes out. Flash comes in retaliation. Frag comes in counter retaliation. Look, Hulk back off. Good stuff. 28 health. You did what you could. I salute you. I respect you. Stay alive to fight another day. Doggle's watching the backside, though. He wants to see if he can get that A push solidified. Doesn't look like it's happening just yet. It's just 1 minute left on the clock, though.
And they've got a really good idea of where King Uprising is at the moment, just trying to set themselves up defensively. But now, all of a sudden, the big wraparound towards A. There's not as many members of Ascent over here, but it's Ines gets one, gets two before falling. But Empire is on fire as he picks up a double kill. 3-on-2, still in favor of Ascent, but just kidding, because Empire is still mowing them down.
Oh, Hulk had the angle, had the peek, had the advantage, fired a shot, missed, and died for it. And that's what happens when you're on 28 health. Again, still, Hulk, you did your thing. Unfortunately, you just didn't work out for you. And yeah, Empire came up huge in that one. Why really, again, we talk about that kind of unity that King's Uprising has. They've been playing well off of each other. And them getting that A bomb plant was a big deal for them. It almost got thwarted, unfortunately. I mean, if a couple of those shots landed from Hulk, that would have been a different scenario. But still, having somebody there to kind of help you out and guide you, especially in that situation, is a big deal as we make our way to the back of B. And never mind, Cobra shuts that down. Fizzy did try to make the push though. But it doesn't even seem like they've given up on this B bomb push. Enos is going to hit headshots, so the bomb will go down. Cubate's still going to try to make that wraparound, though. So this gunfire happens.
Tough wrap.
Yeah, it is a rough one. Cubate throws a nade. Knows someone's over there. Oh, good shot.
Oh, Cubate, what a play that was. But again, still sitting on just 3 health, 1v2. I don't see this one going. Ooh, spots someone out there. Gonna have to toss out some utility. He knows that he's in a difficult spot, and he's getting flanked at the moment. But are they gonna make the move? They don't really have to make the move on the side of Ascent. They can just say, okay, we know you're there, and we know you don't have the bomb, so we can just hang back. But Cubate's gonna try and fake like he has the bomb as he moved up towards the actual bomb site. But can he stay behind the smoke? The smoke clears. Oh, this is tense. This is risky. He has no idea. No, he does get it. Okay. I was going to say those first couple shots missing may have sealed his fate, but Narcs gets that, goes down. The round still goes to Ascent, but Cubate somehow, I mean, he had 3 health for almost the entire round. Somehow manages to stay alive.
I was going to say that was kind of the big ticket, too. I was going to say all the fakies you want to do is one thing, but, you're sitting on very low health. Unfortunately, though, I thought Narcs had the angle, specifically because, Narcs knew where he was, and also Hulk was there, too, watching the back end of the door. So, if he wanted to split and grab the bomb, he had the angle to make the peek, but what a gutsy play. That was just a really smart decision coming out from Bait there. Unfortunately,
spoke extremely well.
Yeah, treading through it. It's the one angle that no one was expecting, and it worked really well for him. In the meantime, though, the money right now that King's Uprising is sitting on is just phenomenal. It's ridiculous. So with that said, Cubate's going to have a little fun. Grab him a U ratio. Peek this long door, which I think is a great idea, actually.
U ratio with 13,000 going into the final round of the half, even if he dies here, like that's an incredible amount of money. They are all set. Whereas you look at the money of Ascent, they had to force up this round a bit. Some of them only have a couple hundred left. If they don't win this round, they are going to be in dire straits for the final round of, or this is the final round of the half. So just kidding. My math was a little bit off there.
It's okay, numbers, it's ridiculous. Either way, though, I was going to say it's a 3v1 situation. Bomb's already down, too, so it's going to have to be a forceful retake. All they have to do is just sit and wait. Set it and forget it. And just like that, Doggo is dropped. Theory is dropped, and the sides will switch. So, again, that was just the first half. And now we're going to see Ascent on the side that they were more than happy to end the rest of the game on, which is the T side. Do King Uprising have the defensive stacking and the firepower to hold them off? Ascent, a team again in second place against this first place King Uprising. They have what it takes to make this push here. So the question is 4 rounds enough on CT side to give them the advantage here on T side?
I don't know if it is, just because of the way that King has been playing. They've been playing so defensive, so passive, and that can really... It's a difficult play style to use on grounded, but they made it work on the T side. And now if they could just translate that over to CT side, which is much easier to play that defensive passive style on the CT side, they shouldn't have too many issues. But a nice A side push from Ascent. They get in there, get the bomb down, and now pistol round, it's difficult. It's already difficult enough to retake A site, even more so with the pistols.
You talked about slow and steady. You guys aren't able to see this, but Q8 sat and waited for probably 30 seconds, even while and after the bomb was being planted, just to wait for the rest of his team to assemble. And that just goes to show you the difficulty of retaking that A bomb site. Even though he had the angle, he had the opportunity to peek, he heard so many footsteps. He says, I'm not even going to go for it. That's a ridiculous situation. And even after the team assembled, I mean, it was just kind of a spray and pray as it went on. So it didn't work for him, though. And oh my goodness, Theory coming up big with that grenade. They didn't even stop for the rush. That was a clean kill. They said, let's just get this round over and get our money so we can actually put up a fight. So, you know, a big win for Ascent, even though that was kind of a free eco round for him. But even a bigger push and great stuff coming out from King Uprising. They want to get this going.
And so here we go, third round of the half. This is when everyone has bought their guns, and we can now really get things underway. Ascent taking those first 2 rounds, they're going to be happy with that, getting the score a little bit closer, maybe giving themselves a bit of an edge here, but there's going to be the setup from King is not ideal at the moment as Empire gets lit up pretty heavily, but only one member that I can see on King actually was able to buy armor, so they're going to have to be very, very careful with their positioning.
Speaking of which, I was going to say, it seems a decision, and once again, I have to talk about Q8 because he's just been the king of it, is to sit in a spot and just hold. And it does work out for Q8 as he does pick up 2. Empire spots another. Theory does pick up the one that Empire's been trying to jump and shoot. Headshot gets the other one as well, which was Cobra, which leaves it in a 4v1 situation. So, I mean, it is working out for him, the angles situation. And it really just comes down to, are they going to flank in numbers? And if so, are they all properly watching the angles? Because it's easy to lose 2 like that, which is what we saw.
Hulk going to be trying to hang out here, trying to push up a little bit, but 1 versus 3, he doesn't have the bomb, and that bomb is being heavily watched over. Looks like Hulk's just going to go ahead, give this round up. Wants to hold on to his AK, and he's got a little bit of utility there too. So that's going to be a nice save for Hulk, as long as he doesn't get picked off here at the end. Doesn't look like he's going to, and so that is 9 rounds over to King Uprising.
Hulk's sitting on 1900 now. It's good. I think he bought a gun for a friend because he had an AK. He dropped it and got another one. But either way, still a great call. Big deal from Hulk. Had the economy to do so. He's going back to his kind of favorite spot. He wants to go see what's going down on A. He's alone, though, so he's going to have to be very careful. The bomb has made its way back towards mid. He's trying to pick if they want to go towards departure or the scanners here. And as per usual, Q8 is finding a magic corner and just staying there, period. Not batting an eye. It's been working so well for him. So I don't blame him for doing it. He is 16-6, so great stuff from there. You can actually hear the enemy swapping weapons. So he's going to make the call and let people know, hey, someone's be long.
Yeah, but they rotated actually back away from that. So Q8's going to go check it out and realize that nobody's there. And that's going to be all the information they need to send everyone over towards A. At least they should. And it looks like they're starting to make those rotations. Headshot finds 1. Now they're actually pushing up right through departures. That's going to be a difficult time because Empire was waiting again. Just that information that Q8 was able to get, saying, okay, they're over at B long. Then he moved around, saw no one was there. They know they're trying to rotate back the other way, and everyone can just get into position and set their angles.
It's a smart move, and it looks like they're going to go for that again. They know Hulk is by connector. They know where the bomb is as well. It's sitting right by departure, so they know he needs to make a push to make it happen. Hulk, though, being the smarter of him.
Oh, that's around.
Unfortunately, Fizzy was like, I'm sick of that nonsense. Look, come and fight me, bro. Drops the gun, and that was a big one. That was a lot of money wasted, so great stuff from them. And the score is 10-6, so they just need 3 more rounds to close this out.
All right, so with that round going the way of King. You can see they were able to buy up a little bit on the side of Ascent, but not everyone was. There's a couple of pistols, and they are going to be feeling the pain of those pistols pretty early on as Empire finds a double kill. Does finally get taken out, but it's still not ideal situation. Godbra does find a nice headshot onto Kubate, just passing through, but it's just now Hulk as headshot takes out Godbra. Hulk just always seems to be the last member standing for Ascent.
Yeah, it always seems to be that way. It's pretty funny. And the Hulk, though, I have to say, has been coming up big, though. I don't know if it's his positioning. I don't know what it is, but he has been making his shots count. He has been making things work. He's definitely been kind of the key factor to the aggression here. That flash hurts. So he's going to back off. He's going to head back towards the scanners. He knows that someone's going to try to wrap around at some point. And even so, he's going to have to make that play anyway, as he, once again, they know where the bomb is. And I'm pretty sure if I were to switch cameras right now, which I'm doing, I'm going to run into a nice, happy camping doggo. I was going to say it was going to be a Cubate, but I forgot he died. So, yeah, doggo's going to hold that position. He's going to hang out right next to the bomb and say, I can wait here. 17 seconds, no problem.
Ooh, Hulk, though, taking out headshot. But again, he has no opportunity to get to the bomb right now, as he's going to come around the corner eventually. But he said Doggo's just waiting for him there, and the time's going to tick down and expire. So no round victory, no extra kills for Hulk that time. 11-6 now, as King Uprising just have looked superior in this matchup. They've looked very, very strong. Their positioning, their information, not just information gathering, but information reacting has been what's super impressive to me. As soon as they have any sort of information, they immediately begin to act on it and get themselves into position.
You have to imagine the call out that was made was just like, all right, everybody, pick a corner and turn your headphones up. And that was it. That's literally the whole play. So it's working out. Oh my goodness. That's a wild scenario. Either way, everybody rushes towards B, says, I'm not what the heck? Dude, what? What kind of what?
Oh.
See, okay, I play fighting games, and we have this term called air-to-air, and right there, that was an air-to-air. They both jumped up. Theory gets the shot, another jump up. Okay, Theory's having a little bit too fun with those jump ups. Oh, I take it back. That was Narks, who has a sniper, unfortunately, and did not get the pick. Might have been his only chance. People are going to start trying to wrap around. There's another shot. That's Empire with another jump shot. Okay, this is a jump-happy map.
So I was watching that trade over on B from the free look mode. I was just watching it from the bomb site. And shortly after that air-to-air trade happened, there was actually a grenade that came through. I don't know who threw it, but it blew up in the air just above the two members of Ascent that were standing there. And so it did partial damage to them. If that had been thrown just a quarter of an inch lower, it would have been a double kill with a grenade from across the map. But right now, my goodness, Cubate and Headshot just sniffing out this A-side push and absolutely shutting it down on match point. It is down to one man, and it is not going to happen as Hulk, as per usual, is the last person alive, but unable to turn it around. And King Uprising, stop me if you've heard this before, King Uprising are in the finals.
Whew, guys, that is absolutely phenomenal. Really, really impressive matchup by Kings. It started off a little shaky for them. Ascent came in strong early in that first two rounds, but King Uprising coming back into it. You guys were talking about it. Very unique strategy by King Uprising, very defensive, even on T. I don't know how effective that would be all the time, but it just meant that they weren't giving up. They were really being effective on economy, not giving up useless rounds or useless kills.
No, they were big on managing themselves, definitely setting themselves in positions and making sure that what you said does not happen. It was a big deal for them. And even when Ascent made adjustments and tried to make these pushes, you would think that this time around it'll work. But, I mean, it just seemed like where necessary, Kings Uprising had an answer.
No, you're absolutely right. So what that means, guys, is we're going to be getting ready for our next matchup for today. It is going to be a pretty awesome one. Of course, it's going to be our last semifinals before we get into the finals. With King Uprising qualifying, they are in the finals again. they have a great shot to now secure their #1 seed here for the rest of not just June, but the #1 seed for the entire Open Cups 2-month series and qualify as a #1 seed for the final. Unstable versus Loco Squad. These are the two teams that are not in the top 8 looking to make a run for the finals. One of them is going to make it. That's coming up next. You're not going to miss it. After this break, we'll see you in a few.
I have to just jump in and say something real fast. The A push, oh my goodness. But it was already called out just that fast, and as you can see, there's already been a counterplay from Unstable. They're not even playing any nonsense. Excuse me, I got cut out a bit there. They're not playing any nonsense. So they went in, they shut it down, and the bomb hasn't even been planted. And they still have their entire team. Never mind, bomb did go down on B. That was pretty crazy. So, I mean, you know, I was gonna make a call out on just how ridiculous that push was and how solid everything was going for them. But Unstable S, they just had a really solid counterplay. So, I mean, just like that, we see a big shutdown. And for them, this is a big game. Again, like you said before, Dragon, these teams have not been on the leaderboards as of yet, and they're coming up big already just from getting into the semifinal round. So you know, the winner of this is definitely going to have a lot to brag about. Jimmy woke up. That's good.
Sorry about that. Had a minor little emergency come up here on my end, but everything's sorted. We're good. Everything is good to go. And so we are back with a 2-0 lead in favor of the side of Unstable X.
They've been doing good. They've been doing good so far as well. Like the position that they've been peaking. They just know how to properly stack on this Bureau map. So as we see, there's a couple of people they stretch towards the middle of monitors. They try to watch Banana as much as possible, but no one overextends too far. That way they have an opportunity to kind of peek over to A if anyone makes a plan. Unfortunately, this time around, the gunfire just wasn't connecting, so they still lost.
And Jimmy got one kill at the end there, but wasn't able to find anything else. And so that's going to be the first round on the board now for Loco Squad. We saw Loco Squad earlier have a phenomenal performance. Again, a team that has, a lot of unknown factor to them because they haven't played in a previous cup. But strong, gonna just say, oh, you want to throw a grenade our way? I'll take advantage of the opportunity and take you out. And now they're gonna just immediately, now that information was gleaned, move quickly over to B, hoping that members of Unstable X will be trying to rotate over to A.
It's kind of a deep commitment there, but they know someone's around. Two members coming out. Pistol hits one. That was strong. Energy and Shadow said, though, we're going to shut this down. I'm not really having this nonsense. Bomb is going to go down. Yeah, it was solid, right? You hear a little bit of information coming over by the vents, but most of them push right towards that long ramp. And yeah, that flank was very solid. So they got the kill and the cleanup, and just like that, they're going to get another round on the board. This is going to be a 2-2, unless, of course, some kind of magical clutch can come up from Osink, who's just lingering around watching the back of the TVs.
Yeah, I mean, there's 4 entrances into bomb site B. If you expand out a little further, then there's really technically only 3, but they came in through 3 of those 4 entrances at the same time. That was a really, really strong flank. And yeah, it's just going to be Osin saving up. He's one of the few members that had the AK coming into this round. So, is he going to be able to save, though? There's a little bit of a firefight. No one goes down, though. So the gun does get saved, and we are tied at 2.
He's asking for HP. A little late for that one, buddy. Come on, Clutch. Anyway, next round is underway. As you can see, Clutch really wanted that kills. He doesn't have any of it. Osink gets the shot. No one finds anybody. Clutch Master and the rest of the gang, they're watching this Banana. No action going there. Clutch is going to find someone mid. Unfortunately, he can't get the shots on Jimmy. Spray, he's aiming a little bit too high. But, he wasn't one of the guys that comes up as big as, say, somebody like Strong. Or right now, Get On My Level is coming up big. 4-3. Looks like he is still alive, too. So he's going to wait to see if he gets some information. Strong with the help out, though. Level's on 22 health, and it looks like they finally made a commitment. It's going to be a Banana push through the smoke. Let's see if they can find any action. They find one. That's Don Biceps going down. Another one found. That's Waves. Now it's a 3v2 situation, but the information's been gathered. They know where they're going, so let's see if they can stop this bomb plant.
There's one member of Unstable right around the corner now. Two of them, both of them are going to be trying to get into position, but they're going to be looking to flank. Osin finds one. Nice shot. And oh, Super Groat takes the other. All of a sudden, this is a 2-on-1, and it is up to Strong. He is someone who would be up to the task, but angles being held right now. One of them is not really in the best of position. It looks like Groat is going to be making a peek as soon as he hears the bomb going down, but not going to be finding anyone. However, Strong does not get the 2-on-1 play. He ends up falling, and the bomb will be defused.
I was gonna say, you saw Groat wrap around that corner and immediately fire. You know, believe it or not, there's kind of a bread and butter spot that most people like to plant the bomb, and that's actually with the bomb being exposed to the CT side. We didn't see it that time around. It was actually exposed closer to monitors. And, you know, actually threw Groat off, which is, you know, pretty nifty. It allowed him to get the bomb down. But unfortunately, the defensive play wasn't there, as Osin did wrap around that corner. But that was a round to go. In the meantime, it looks like there's some action on Orange. A little bit of firepower. Smoke grenade goes down, so that's going to stall him for a little bit. Give him a chance to wrap around towards B. And in the meantime, the bomb is hanging out by Banana, though, so they're going to have to be very careful.
Huge wraparound from, I believe that was... I actually don't know who it was because they've gotten taken out by the time I could get over to them, but there's a big wraparound went all the way around B. And, actually, is it? Nope, okay, I can't tell who it is. I think it may have been Energy there, actually. But either way, in Vents, Clutchmaster is going to find one, but cannot find the other. And Super Groat finishing him off 4-2 now in favor of Unstable X. They are definitely playing the CT side on Bureau very well. It's a side where you can play very passive, very defensively. Just sit, wait for your opponents to come to you, and try and pick them off. As long as you have sure shooters on your team, it works out great. Don Biceps, a quick headshot over onto elbow. Very nicely done.
So you want to talk about a sure shot? That was a pretty solid one. Shadow does retaliate, though, says, nah. We're going to have to shut that down. And once again, the information is gathered. CT does know that the bomb is going to be planted over by A. I like the pre-fire this time around to kind of stop anybody from trying to slide over and wrap around. Doesn't happen. Get my level, though. Somebody's over hanging out by CT. Can Jimmy get clipped? Can Jimmy get clipped? Doesn't look like it. Groat's going to take out, get him my level. And Jimmy's going to go for the defusal. Never mind, doesn't get it. Strong's peeking that corner. Can he find another one? Doesn't look like it.
It's still a 2-on-1. Strong is trying to watch towards Labs, but both members of the CT side are on the other side. And he's going to peek again. Gets one. Was not expecting Waves to be there as well. And that will be a defuse at the last second by Waves.
Well played from Strong regardless. The peaks were such at great timings, great patience, great effort. Literally 2 seconds away from an explosion. Still solid. Unfortunately, it didn't pay off.
Great peaks, but also great play from Unbalanced to have both members standing there next to the bomb and say, okay, he's going to hear the bomb defuse and expect one of us to be here. Was not at all ready for the second member. And so excellent job there by Unstable as they're finding a couple more kills here. Strong and get on my level, get onto B site. The bomb will go down.
The information's been gathered. They know the bomb is by B. Osa's going to have to wrap back around now, but he knows someone's by Orange. You saw the question marks on the mini-map. Fortunately, he did not find Strong, and Strong did find him. Headshot to clean him up. The score is now 5-3.
That was an important round to pick up for the side of Loco Squad. They had were starting to go on a bit of a streak of losing rounds there. And so finally stopping the bleeding a little bit. Another hard push up towards B. Are they going to go into B or just run past it? We've seen some teams try and go straight past B. Looks like they're actually going to be hanging around there for a little bit, trying to get a push on. But Strong takes a lot of damage. Throws a smoke, throws a flash down the corridor, but gets the plant down.
Jimmy comes up big. but Jimmy also goes down as quick as he comes up. So fortunately, he can't make a proper retake here. He's just going to have to come up to waves. It makes a long wraparound. He's definitely going to have to slow creep now. I don't think anybody heard him. I think he thought he was heard over by Vince, but actually had a chance to make the wraparound. It's a little bit too late now for that action, so he's going to fall back towards Cafe, hang out.
Yeah, no, I was questioning if he's gonna try and make a push up here. He is. This is gonna be very okay. No, now he was just looking to find someone, but Shadow wraps all the way around, ends up taking him out, and that will end the round 5-4. Still in favor of Unstable, but Loco Squad starting to put something together here, perhaps.
Ooh, I'm gonna jump on board with Times here. Times who the chat has reminded me is great on my level. Jeez, the frag grenades. Is that enough? Fortunately, they don't get anybody but hurt for their troubles.
Big A-side push. Everyone is rotating over from the side of Unstable too. This is gonna be a big firefight. That's one kill going each way. And here we go.
Ooh,
oh, what a grenade!
Big one from Grody. Needed that one. Finds energy. Jimmy finds energy with a pistol. Don finds Shadow. Score line 6-4. Yeah, and Stable X is coming up big, showing why they are in top 8.
You want to talk about an economy reset, though? How about that? Unstable X on an eco round with mostly pistols. Find all those kills. So many of their members got out alive and picked up AKs from their opponents, so they didn't even have to do full buys this round. That is going to get their economy just set. They are golden right now for the rest of this half because of that round right there.
It's a big deal. You want any advantage that you can get, especially before the side swap. It's big on them. Waves right now. Watching that long haul, making sure nobody peeks, and also listening on events. In the meantime, the rest of his team's going to wrap around. Osen's watching the back. He wants to see if he can catch anybody out. He will get an assist on the little clips that he was getting. Didn't hear anybody over by the bomb. Never mind, he does, and that was Shadow he heard. Don Biceps is going to trade that one out, though. Right now, get on my level. He's trying to find some information. Doesn't have it just yet, but he still is looking. See if he can find anyone.
They thought about just going towards A, but now they need to hurry as Don Biceps, though, cakes them both and ends that round 7-4 now for Unstable X. This is a slightly CT-sided map, so it's not the end of the world for the members of Loco Squad if they don't get more than 4 rounds this half, as this is the last round of the half, and they kind of had to force a buy here. They didn't really have a full buy. Some members still on pistols, some without utilities, so this is going to be a tough round for them. But it would be huge if they could go into the second half with 5 rounds.
Times doesn't seem to think that matters too much as he's going to fire off a couple of pistol shots. Does get the clip, unfortunately can't walk forward to pick up the AK. Jimmy's going to wrap around and clip him from behind. A bomb is down and he knows it. So now Jimmy's just watching vents, making sure nobody tries to peek through there. Don Biceps and Cafe knows he heard somebody on orange. All that pre-fire is actually going to trigger Shadow, who tries to make a wraparound and get the clip. Doesn't actually, gives himself he gives himself away. So now Jimmy's just going to.
No one's actually watching. Okay, now they're going to spy each other here around this corner, perhaps. He has to get to this bomb very quickly, but now they see each other, and it's going to be Jimmy. He actually shot him in the foot. Shadow was just low enough that that one shot was able to take him out. And so at halftime, it is 8-4 in favor of Unstable X. We swap sides.
Poor knee shot. That was unfortunate. But anyway, now we get an opportunity to see what defensive plays Local Squad has here against Unstable X on CT side. Bureau. All of them did want to commit towards a push towards Banana, but they saw there was no one there. They've kind of spread out in an awkward way, unfortunately, but the call has been made. It's a very long wraparound. Don Biceps is going to get taken out by Strong. Still more members that have to watch. There's 2 behind. One tries to make a flank. The turnaround. Shadow gets 2 more, giving Times the assist.
It did give them time to get the plant, but the flank from the members of, oh my goodness, Loco Squad as they just rush in onto the site as a unit. Excellent positioning on that flank from Loco Squad, but they take that pistol round very cleanly.
Big deal, too. So great stuff on them. Times with 4 assists. Look at that real quick. He's sitting in 10-10-4, trying to come up as big as possible, but those 4 assists was huge. I was going to say, Times did push up. He saw a lot of them and just landed as many shots as possible, just never got the cleanup. So even though you saw other people get the distribution, or rather, I should say the kills, it was definitely Times that came up big and applying all of that damage. He's going to make an aggressive push towards the T-spawn, which is very wild. Wraps around the corner. Not much action for him as Energy takes out 2, which is Waves and Osint. Great stuff from them.
A clean eco round win for members of Loco Squad, getting this now within 2 rounds of tying it up at 8. But this is now when Unstable X is going to be able to buy up. They're going to have their AKs. They're going to have some utility. It's a lot of damage going down there onto Jimmy. Jimmy's going to fall. Osint does trade. Another grenade coming in. Not going to quite take him out, but it does eventually get the kills there. And now it is just one member left. He's on B, but doesn't have the bomb. Super Groat gets 1 kill. This is going to be a pretty tough round to win. Right by Vent. Oh, Strong. Okay, I thought Strong went right past him without seeing him, but does end up spotting him and getting the kill.
It was a quick, easy pick. That's what I was trying to say. Fortunately, I mashed those together. Quick, easy pick for Strong there. As he knew, I don't think he knew it, but his Super Bro was actually sitting on 8 health in that scenario. So, quick cleanup for him. In the meantime, Strong's gonna make a wrap towards Banana.
Oh, grenades! 3 grenades, 3 kills. What a start to the round from the members of Loco Squad. And now Energy takes out Osint through the smoke. And it is all of a sudden just Super Groat. Shadow drops him, and we are tied, Shadosha.
That's insane. This counter aggression, and believe it or not, we are seeing an aggressive Loco Squad here on CT side, and they're just making it work for them, which is great. Question is, what answer does Unstable X have to get themselves back in the game? Looks like it's going to be a push on Orange. Utilities coming out. Now they're going to try to slow play it, but that gives an opportunity for the rest of the team to wrap around. Groat will try to put off a little bit of a wall here. Stop them from making a push. He is going to get blinded here in this scenario. Tries to fire through the smoke. It's picked off, sitting on 8 health. Groat is just getting the short end of the stick time after time, but he's staying vigilant. So great stuff from him.
Oh my goodness, these
unfortunately
the utility use from Loco Squad on CT side here on Bureau has been absolutely phenomenal. And I was coming into this round, I was going to say maybe a strategy change needs to happen for, that's going to be Osint getting dropped very easily there, but perhaps strategy change would have been in order. They did change the strategy. They didn't get caught out by all those grenades at the start, but the members of Loco Squad didn't throw the grenades this time. They waited until they know where the information is. They look to see, okay, there's multiple members we see in Banana, start throwing those grenades. That's what they're going to be doing again here. And so lots of utility coming out towards the Banana side.
Yeah, it's been working well. I mean, I think the information that they gathered is this. These guys like to stack up. And it's both sides, because, you know, both of them are kind of using and abusing the utility in a very similar fashion. It's wait, see what you see, throw all the grenades at the same time. It's like 10 frags. That's why we saw a couple of those kills. Waves gets caught out. Shadow makes a big wraparound. Waves will call that out, though, and Osin will get the pickup on Shadow. Meanwhile, Strong on 13 health, of course, from a grenade. You know how it goes. He's going to sit and watch Banana. He's nothing so far.
Osin all the way down long. Finds a kill at the opposite end, and it is now 2-on-2. Osint's about to pick up that bomb, but Energy is waiting for him over at B site.
He made a lot of noise there, switching guns. Does get the bomb, though, so now he's going to try to make a big wraparound. Has 30 seconds left on the clock, though, so still a decent amount of time to work with, but he is going to have to move fast.
Strong's about to go provide some information for him, and so not seeing Osint at all coming through that entrance. They're actually going to start moving now. They're getting a little bit antsy, perhaps. Strong still holding that angle. Osint is not going to have time to play unless he makes the sprint for it. He's going to have to make a lot of noise. They're going to know exactly where he's coming from.
Yeah, we called it. Nailed it.
No other way around it, unfortunately, there for Osint, but 10-8 now. Loco Squad absolutely taking it to Unstable X here on the CT side. They have not dropped a round on this half. That is 6 in a row.
There's a little bit of a heartbreak for Olsen. If he had the information he had, he would have known that A was wide open. But at the pace he was moving, it was so slow, he really had to commit to B regardless. So tries to make the jump, the jump swaps, but all that stuff can be heard if you have some good headphones. Didn't work out. Let's see if this time around Olsen can make a wraparound and make something happen here. He's gonna peek monitor. There's not much action going on. B does find one, can't get the headshot though. Unfortunately, can't line it up. Has to reload. Says I'm gonna have to switch to my pistol. Tries to get a shot. Unfortunately, too little, too late. The rest of the team was able to wrap around, and that's just really that's the danger of not being able to hit your shots when it counts. It gives an opportunity for the rest of the team to rotate, and now they're sitting in a really dangerous situation. Unstable X is down. Score is now 11-8.
And one of the things I want to point out about this Loco Squad, this is something that we lots of grenades. There was no chance for Strong to get away from that one, but that was a lot of grenades dedicated to one man, though, and a grenade kill gets traded back, so they can't be too upset about that. Blind fire through the smoke. Oh, Get On My Level got hit through the smoke, but says, I got one better. How about a headshot?
All right, well, Times. Definitely going to make someone's montage. Good stuff to Times. Great headshot. Sitting on 24 health, though, unfortunately. He's going to make another wraparound towards Banana, see if he can spot anybody out. Not a bad call to make. Unfortunately, though, the rest of the team is actually wrapped all the way around towards Belong. Jimmy making a little bit of noise. So they're going to hear him. He's going to try to jump around. Yep, that's exactly what I was expecting. Shots are going to be fired. You're going to see a big wraparound. It's going to be Shadow that wraps around towards the backside. Excuse me. It's going to be Times that wrapped around the backside. Jimmy just gets the quick kill.
I'd also like to point out Shadow, even on Bureau, has gone for the U ratio. We saw him using this gun earlier today to extreme levels of execution. And he's going to be looking to do the same here on match point for Loco Squad to get into the finals on their first COPS Cup. They lose out the first kill here, but Shadow is trying to take some blind shots with a U ratio into the smoke. That's not something you see every day. But almost spotted someone there. Nearly got himself a kill, but does get some information for the team.
Too little, too late. Does get the peek, goes for the shot, unfortunately can't line it up. And now they're in a really hefty retake situation. There's actually 3 people left.
1v3, but Strong makes it a 1v2. Still full health, sees another member. He loads safely, another headshot for Strong. Can he do this to win the match? He gets it! Takes out Osint and is going to defuse. What a performance from Loco Squad, and Strong in particular. Top fragger because of that last round.
22-11. The man came up big. What solid play. And just like that, we are going to see Loco Squad in the finals.
And one of the things I want to say about Loco Squad, this is something that we normally see from the top teams, is if you look at their KDs, unfortunately we can't see it anymore because the game is already over and gone, but their KDs of the entire team, every single member had double-digit frags. And that's something that you only really see it from the top teams. A lot of teams will have 1 or 2 players that are really stand out and have far above and beyond the rest of their team. But for them, it was fairly similar up until the last couple of rounds. Like it was, I believe, with 2 or 3 rounds left, it was like 16, 16, 13, 12, 11 on the kills. So it was all very similar. Every single member stepping up and performing in a big way to get them to the finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, wow. Really, really crazy run by this team. They have come out of nowhere. And just like that, we are looking to get into what's going to be a really exciting finals match here for you guys in just a second. So, we take a look at that. I mean, just absolutely dominant play and like really coming back from behind, not only just rounds, but also in some of those matches. It's pretty incredible. So, looks like we're about ready to get in here. So, we're going to take a quick break, everybody. And when we come back, we will be getting into our final match of the day. It is the finals here in EU. We'll see you guys after the break. It's going to be King Uprising versus Loco Squad. Hey everybody, we're back. We're getting ready for the finals here on the CEOPS Championship Series. We're at cup number 5 here in Europe. There's only one more cup after this, so the results of this cup, they are so critical. I'm joined by Tasty Bacon. Shadosha had to leave, everybody, unfortunately, so he won't be able to cast the finals. I'll fill in
He's got a press conference to attend.
Yeah, he's got
big shot.
He's got, a tight commitment here today, but that's no problem. I got everything he was taking care of covered, so we'll be able to get in. We're actually just about ready to get into this matchup. So, Tasty, let's talk a little bit about the implications of this and what this means. This is going to be a really impressive game because we have King Uprising finally able to play a finals here, and they're going up against a very, very, strong up-and-coming team.
Yeah, absolutely. This Loco squad kind of coming in out of nowhere. A couple of names that you might recognize, at least on the roster. They have changed the name for in-game, but Get On My Level Times, that was a name that I recall from other top teams and strong performances. So definitely they're not entirely unknown, but this is their first cup playing here as a team. None of these players had played in any of the other cups this month, and so they are a brand new team looking to make it happen here in the finals. And if they can get 100 points, I was actually looking into the math as the knife round goes on, and it is going to be Loco Squad, that's King Uprising taking the knife round and choosing to remain on the T side. But if Loco Squad can take this finals off of King Uprising, they will actually move themselves into a tie for 8th place just off of their first cup, and that is absolutely massive.
Oh, that's huge, huge. And considering you only got one more week to make the magic happen as we get into this. All right, we are into the game live, and it is at Canals, and we are talking about the implications of Loco. If they can play Incredibles, we've seen Shadow play that strong sniper game. This could be a very game for him. We do see King Uprising on T side looking to get a hold here. Already some shots fired across some trades. It is favoring King Uprising as we see them, trying to hold here A side and doing a great job at it.
Yeah, a very strong push onto A. They got 4 kills as well. It's going to be a last-ditch effort from Strong. Not going to be enough, and King Uprising takes round number 1 of the finals.
All right, that's a big round. I mean, you're on T side here. It's always a challenge on T side to push in where you have a sniper round, because CT benefits from snipers in the sense that they can hold positions with those snipers. But it's a two-way street, really, and we'll just have to see as we do see the terrorist King Uprising. That is, they're looking to push all moving over to A side here. Very heavy push, though, with mid-bridge, a little bit of cover there. Oh, nice job by King Fuzzy. He almost has the kill there.
Ends up chasing down Strong and finding that kill. Clutchmaster actually decided to buy a shotgun despite having lost the opening round. Gets a few kills with it, but it is now going to be just energy on half health. Bomb goes down, and he's going to be spotted out, but not before he gets 1 kill. On to Cubate. Can he get another one? No, unfortunately. And so that will be another round going the way of King Uprising. But now is when things get interesting, as everyone is going to be able to buy up to their AKs, except for Clutchmaster. This is why you very often do not see players buy a gun if they lose the opening round, because if you don't then win that second round, the Clutchmaster is in the spot where he's stuck on this submachine gun instead of the assault rifle.
Yeah, absolutely. We do see, headshot. Very impressive cotton cap A as we see. Nice wrap around. They're pushing into A side again. So far, King Uprising's plan is aggressive front, A side, and mid. And they've done a great job here looking to clean this round up. It's already 3-1. Headshot pushed all the way up here. Doesn't even need to plant the bomb as they get the kill with the grenade. And 3-0. And we've seen Loco Squad, once they get their AKs, they play a more evenly paced game, but so far King Uprising is showing them who's boss.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on the money for Shadow, and unfortunately just hasn't gotten himself to a point where he can buy that U ratio that you've got to figure he's going to be desperately looking to get on this map. I'm almost surprised that he didn't opt to just save up a round so that he can just make sure he has it for the next one. But he's going to be using the AK, get some damage onto Cubate, but can't actually get the kill. Cubate turns around and takes him out, and then finds a headshot across the map onto Energy. Incredible shooting there from Cubate, and now it is all up to Get On My Level, aka Times, as he's trying to hold A site, but 1 versus 4. This is not likely going to work out for him as the bomb goes down on B.
Yeah, with no snipers, it's hard for them to hold their position from a long distance there. You do see a nice job, King Dogo. Actually caught Get On My Level trying to shoot into the cafe, as he did see one of the King Uprising members run in, but instead gave away his position, and 4-0. And if you look at the KDA, look how clean this is. Headshot 8 and 0 across 4 rounds. That is a 2 kill per round with no deaths, is pretty impressive average.
Yeah, and you look at the at the economy for Loco Squad, they are just really in a rough spot. They're able to buy these AKs every round, but that's it. There's no utility. Most of them have no armor or armor and Kevlar, so it's just very basic purchases from them.
Woo,
and they
light up
aren't
on
able
Ace.
to win these rounds, but nice job here. Big trade, 2 for 2 going down, but Empire does get the plant over at B.
Yeah, I mean, it's evenly matched. A nice push onto B side that's going to help King Uprising. With this plant, they can get a few more shots here. Strong does find 2. Cubate finds Strong. Energy is going to finish this off. Now he's just got to defuse. He's got plenty of time. And finally, a round going over to Loco Squad, because otherwise it has been a very dominant round, series so far for Uprising here, as we are at 4-1.
Yeah, that was a much-needed round victory. And so now, members of Loco Squad are finally able to buy up with utility. You can see everyone over on the side of Kings also has a lot of utility in their inventory. Other than Cubate. Cubate's the only one who really wasn't able to get a whole lot, but Strong starting this round off strong with a nice double kill for himself.
Right. Yeah, now, so we've actually seen really consistently Headshot coming down and keeping an eye on Cafe, and that strategy just caught up with him, and he ended up getting spotted out from the side underneath bridge, and mid-bridge for that matter, and Strong doing a great job positioning. And now look at this. This is Loco Squad with really strong position across this river near bridge. I'm sorry, yeah, near bridge and boat, because they have just completely shut down that aggressive push. We do see back and forth trade, but again, Loco Squad gets this win. It seems like they've kind of started to pick up what King Uprising has been putting down, and King Uprising is going to have to switch it up for the next round.
Yeah, absolutely. But nice couple of rounds there, getting a little bit of momentum for the side of Loco Squad. They're going to be moving forward once more.
One trade apiece across firing across bridges.
Yep. Those long shots able to come through, even with the AKs, still able to find kills. This Shadow trying to peek around this corner, does actually realize no one's there and makes an aggressive move up, but ends up walking right into Cubate. And just like that, Cubate finds himself a double kill, taking out Clutch Master as well. 2-on-1, get on my level! A triple kill.
Unbelievable. Yeah, and now it's a 1v1, and plenty of time for King Uprising to plant the bomb. They're not in a rush. He has to get to it, but he's got time. But with that kind of play, Get On My Level looking to come in clutch here yet again. There's some smoke down. We're on B side. Cubate knows to kind of look through the smoke. He's actually walking through. This is pretty dangerous for him. He doesn't have vision, but he does get the headshot, and Cubate is taken out. Wow. Get On My Level.
Absolutely
huge
clutch round from Get On My Level. A huge triple kill spray down right by bomb site B, and then able to take out Cubate in that 1v1. Massive round.
Unbelievably huge. So, yeah, man, this is absolutely incredible. So, with this, they have pushed up. They're looking close to even. The Strong gets another kill on Cubate. Cubate's been doing fantastic, so taking him out early is really big. This is actually before they've been able to push up yet. So, T-side now at a huge disadvantage on their push. forced to take the bomb here, looking to split between A or B, as they just take these head glitches and are playing very conservatively.
Clutchmaster finds a kill with a grenade. Strong gets around on Empire. See, Shadow is watching the other angle, but Strong is just mowing them down. Absolutely incredible performance this round from Strong as he finds multiple kills. There's another one to go to. I think that was 4 kills Strong just got this round. Strong and Get On My Level, 2 rounds in a row, each of them just absolutely having a stellar performance.
No, absolutely. Pushing it here. So, this so far on T side, King Uprising, they got an early lead, which is great. I mean, you'll see that probably if they can clean up, play better on. Oh, we do see Strong again. 2 shots. Headshot finds Strong, but Energy finds King Frenzy, and so it's a 3-2 in favor of Loco Squad. Headshot with another clutch kill to even to keep this
grenade
close.
Though. Took a grenade, took a lot of damage off of that. He's going to be trying to run back towards the spawn. He's in a tough spot because he knows that. He's pretty sure they know where he is as the grenade comes out behind him. And so Q-Bait and Headshot both going to be playing very carefully as they try and move up, but they need to choose where they're going to go. Now Q-Bait is going to get watched if he comes around this corner. No, is he going to go for it? He's starting to move up. Oh, never mind. He's going to be safe as... Who is this watching him? It's a grenade coming through. Nice
Shadow.
Grenade.
Oh!
Shadow back, and Headshot takes him out from across.
Huge kill.
Over on the other bridge. And now it's going to be Headshot rushing over to A. There is nobody here. This is a free bomb site that he is going to be able to plant at. And will Energy and Get On My Level be able to respond to this?
Oh, they are just completely in the opposite side of the map here. They're rushing as fast as they can. Oh, Q-Bait with a huge shot. 2v1. It looks like we may have a pickup. Headshot gets on my level, and just like that, we finally have another round after a 4-run streak by Loco Squad. Very well played. I mean, the positioning and the distraction totally threw off Loco. They were not able to figure out what was going on in time, and then forced to rush to that bomb site, which is exactly what King Uprising wanted. Really, really well played.
Both teams going on 4-0 streaks to start this game, and now the 9th or the 10th round of this half starting off in a big way. Lots of grenades, but Clutchmaster finding 2 before he gets traded out, and all of a sudden it is a 2-on-2. Bomb does go down over on A. Get On My Level spots the planter. Can he find the kill? Energy is actually going to get 1, and now Get On My Level takes down Empire around those crates. That'll be a defuse, and we are 5 apiece after 10 rounds. These 2 teams are putting on a show.
Really even, and it's really impressive the fact that we actually have seen no snipers so far, which is
I'm stunned.
As well. That just that positioning, that decision to play the slow, long range early game has just not been put on the board yet. It could still come out. I mean, we're still got a few more rounds, 5 apiece. Even though we're close to halftime, this is still a very early series so far.
Absolutely is. So we'll see, just again, some defensive positions being taken up, information getting gleaned, and movements happening now. As a result, it's going to be Shadow finding the first kill of the round, taking out Headshot. That's the top fragger for King, so that's a big kill. Fire is going to answer.
Yeah, nice trade. Wow, 2 more kills than that. Strong out of the game. He is definitely, him and Get On My Level have definitely been playmakers. So just like with Q-Bait going down was definitely a big call. We do see Get On My Level finds Q-Bait. So that was, a very big kill to even this up. Clutchmaster throwing some shots down. Energy does find Empire. So now this is going to be hard for T-Side to get the bomb planted with 2 men, knowing it down until they get a few more kills. We do see King Doggo finds that kill that they needed. So 2 apiece. They're going to be contested though. They're on A side. Get On My Levels wrapping around. They actually have both men coming in. They find the kill. King Frenzy's down. So now it's just Dogo left. He's full health and armor, but this is definitely a tall order.
Doesn't matter when you get flanked like that. Get On My Level, able to find a couple of kills there to finish off the round. And after 11, it's 6-5. Are we gonna have a tied half, or will The members of Loco Squad have a 2-round lead heading into halftime. And keep in mind, it was King Uprising that chose T side because they feel like there is an advantage to being on CT side here on Canals. So you would expect Loco Squad to almost need to have a lead going into the second half.
I mean, yeah, you definitely expect King Uprising to if they could even this up when we go into halftime, to feel good about that position, because then they'll be able to push up. Really unique strategy. We do see Shadow has pulled out the sniper finally, so we talked about as we approach halftime that might be coming out. That is a very critical strategy, especially when you switch back over to T side to counter any CT side snipes. Shadow just keeping an eye on the bridge, looking for that positional advantage. King have taken a very interesting... They've allowed the time to completely wind down here as they hang over T-Bridge. And this is very risky because now it forces them to make a major push here in the last few seconds.
This is going to be very interesting when they do decide to make this push. 40 seconds left, and it looks like they're starting to move out. Going over towards A site. Couple of shots going to get fired off there, so now their position is going to be given up. And here we go. It's going to be Shadow finding the first kill, and Clutch Master coming through clutch with a couple of his own. And just like that, it is 5-on-2. They know exactly where they are. Make that 5-on-1. In the final round of the half, not quite going to be a clean ace, as Cubate does get one, but he is in a tough spot with a pistol in hand. He ends up falling, and 7-5 will be our halftime score.
That was a pretty clean round, actually, coming out of Loco Squad. As, you know, they were able to kind of... I think really a poor strategy from King Uprising as a whole. You're wasting a lot of time. You don't really get anything from it. And actually, we saw Loco Squad didn't bite, right? They didn't overextend. They didn't move out. I think what King Uprising was hoping for was that Loco would just completely move out of their position to try to find some information.
All right, so B-side rush here from Loco Squad on this first round of the second half. It gets spotted out, but King cannot react to it quite in time to stop the plant. And now they have to try and retake. It's a 4-on-4. Has a couple of kills coming out now. All of a sudden, lots of kills, and it is going to be a 2-on-3. King getting the upper hand now on this retake attempt. And it's just 2-on-1 now. Can it get clutched? No, it can't. Very nearly by Get On My Level, but Headshot gets the final kill. Will start off the second half with a King victory.
I mean, it was close, but yeah, bringing back down within one as Loco Squad obviously has the advantage, but I think that you're going to see now into this round with that win, we should see a really strong push coming out, a really strong hold coming out from CT side here as King Uprisings looks to. They're going to split 2 guys to A, 3 to B. So, you know, not over committing to either side here.
No, they actually rotate back around, and it's going to be 4 of them going over towards A. But King Uprising is waiting for them there and gets 2 quick kills. Shadow is able to find one as he sits in the corner, but that strategy generally only works once.
Oh, 2 health sitting on almost nothing.
Having to be very careful now. The bomb has been picked up and is now moving around, but it's 2-on-4, and like you said, Shadow sitting on 2 health. Meanwhile, Strong with 92. He did pick up an AK, gets one nice quick headshot there. That'll make things a little bit closer. Shadow still finding another kill, but Strong cannot get a shot out onto Empire, and Empire will finish off Shadow finally. Make this a 7-7 scoreline.
That was a huge play coming out of Loco Squad. They were able to get some kills when they were really down. I mean, you're talking about Shadow being on 2 health there and still helping his team make a kill. But getting the round, even it up, is King Uprising, and they are looking to keep this hold going strong. As Shadow does find an early kill, traded back and forth, favoring so far Loco Squad. And with
a quick plant.
Yeah, quick plant, which is great for them, especially on this, because there's just so much area to cover. That you reset that clock and get your positioning reset as well. Get On My Level now, just hanging here. Oh, it gets caught in the black hole. Not able to get a good enough spot, and it is so far. Wow, Headshot gets a kill, but this is really, really close between the two as it's 2v1.
Strong Strong tagged headshot across the bridge, and it does end up being Clutch Master finishing it off. So 8-7 now for the side of Loco Squad. And again, just really strong edge for them as they're able to buy up very consistently. Again, I'm so surprised that we've seen so few U ratios thus far. I think it's partially because it has been so back and forth. Neither team can get a comfortable economy to warrant buying themselves that rifle. But right now, it's going to be a A-side push once again from the members of Loco Squad. They get in here. They can start getting the plant down. They want to find a few kills first, and that's exactly what they do. Now with some protection, bomb gets planted. That's $1,100 for them. And that's going to see if they can hold this one off. Just Empire left alive. Don't think he's going to be able to retake 1v4 as they know where he is as well.
And this is a huge disadvantage for King Uprising to go into near the end of the game here. It's down by 3 rounds, or close to 3 rounds. They're going to be down by 2, but this is a pretty comfortable lead for Loco. I mean, and it's surprisingly that they have this lead here as they switch sides. They've been able to push very aggressively and get the kills.
That's exactly what they've been able to do, and now gonna switch up the strategy a little bit. They've pushed A side multiple times, so now when King thinks they're going A, they rush over towards B and get a plant down. Again, they are just constantly
so well played
on the forefront and outplaying King. Like, it's not even so much just they're out shooting Kings at sometimes too. Like, the shooting has been fairly even, but the strategy and the positioning has been absolutely on point. But this is a nice retake or at least retake attempt, but Get On My Level is just going crazy here, and they get another win. This is unbelievable performance from Loco Squad.
Yeah, I mean, they started off strong. That strategy paid off because it forced such a hastily reposition by King Uprising, not where they wanted to go, having to fully commit. We do see there's one guy heading over to B as the rest move up to A elbow here to try to come in from. This is a pretty common backside push, and looks like they've been able to push fairly effectively. This time it looks like there has been a nice split here. Energy finds Empire across that corner, and the bomb is being pushed into A side.
Bomb is getting right on up, but they've got 2 kills already. They're going to trade out a little bit. Get On My Level taken down low, but they've got 3 kills now. Make that a 4th and a 5th. Loco Squad, like I said, they're just outplaying King Uprising with the strategy and the positioning. They are able to know the trends that King Uprising has been using the last few weeks and are just expecting and really seem to be thinking one step ahead of King. Is now pushing over towards B. It's just 2 members though. They get the bomb out over this way. Oh, that's not a good grenade. Get On My Level accidentally hits himself with the grenade. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite him, but they are still trying to push in. Cubate gets that easy kill. He was only on 11 health.
And this is a huge 2-man kill lead. We actually haven't seen Uprising play with any advantage for the last few rounds. So to get a man advantage here, this point in the game, this is critical. They cannot give another round and go to match point without being in a really dire state. So, plus nice to see Cubate get back on the board here. So look, nice job. Empire finds Energy. So another solid kill. And at 5 versus 2, Empire finds, oh no, doesn't get the kill. Cubate though, looking to shoot across the bridge here. Yeah, Empire finds Strong, and with that assist. So this great play so far. Very clean round from King Uprising.
Needed that.
Yeah, they did.
Needed that badly. They had won the first 2 rounds of the half and then dropped 4 in a row. So finally just stopping the bleeding a bit here. Maybe they can start working on the comeback, but the economy for the side of Loco Squad is just so strong because of those 4 round wins in a row. But they're still going to be able to buy up pretty consistently for a couple of rounds.
Empire finds another kill. Really like how King Uprising has done a better job on the aggression. Get On My Level looking to try to find something through the shot. Headshot finds Strong. Strong is out of the game, but Get On My Level going for this A-side bomb plant very quickly, but Cubate comes in. They get the plant, but look at Cubate. He has just torn up this side, and that is another round going over to King Uprising.
Both of these teams just so streaky. It feels like it's like they get on a run and they just look unbeatable for a few rounds, and then their opponents just answer with the exact same thing. But as we are getting later and later in this game, 11-9, 20 rounds in the book out of a maximum of 25. So we are close to going the distance here. I know Kings would love to make this go very far. Cubate with the U ratio. Finally, we get another U ratio coming out here, but it's not on the team we expected. I'm absolutely shocked that Shadow has not been trying to get this gun more frequently. But let's see if they can make anything happen here. Cubate, again, gonna be just looking to hold certain angles. Pops out, but the kill was already claimed by headshot onto Shadow.
Dago looks to try to get some shots. I gets caught out, so this is an even round. Energy finding headshot. So now it's going to be a 2v3 with the bomb planted. This is going to be a tough one, but at this point, King Uprising has closed the gap enough that, you know, giving up this round and going to match point won't be as dire as it was. They still need to make some kind of push. Look, Energy finds King Fizzy, and so with that last kill, yeah, Cubate finally taken out. It is going to be...
I like the idea from Cubate there. He threw away the U ratio, picked up an AK, and tried to go and get the retake, but it is now match point for Loco Squad, looking to claim first place, claim those 100 points for the qualifiers in their first cup here. Headshot with the U ratio, takes out Shadow. That's a nice start. Let's see, how many did they just go with the one U ratio onto headshot? That looks to be the case. Clutchmaster gets taken down, and Empire finds one as well, finds two now. And looks like King not ready to pack it in just yet. They make it 10-12.
So this is interesting because we've seen King be, like you said, streaky, and unfortunately though it's not a streak that lasts more than 4 or 5 rounds, right? Or so they have to make 3 rounds to tie it up, and they got the 1, so they need 2 more. That's a pretty tall order.
Headshot under the van, over the bridge, headshot with a great angle. Again, this is why I was so surprised we weren't seeing this gun, because you can get into such good spots to get those entry frags. And starting this one off 5 versus 4 as they need to win. They cannot drop another round or they will be taking second place. Fizzy finds Clutch, and as the bomb was trying to move towards B, looks like now Local Squad may be rethinking that and trying to swing it back all the way over towards A. They have to make this risky push across the bridge. They are going to get spotted there, but Get On My Level actually tags someone across the way.
Ooh, Empire though gets the kill. That's a huge kill on bridge because they were pushing that A side. So with that, now Local Squad has to pick the pieces back up. Get On My Level has the bomb going down through the tunnels into mid bridge.
1 versus 5 though.
This is looking like another clean round for King Uprising. We've seen them do this, and then we've seen Loco come back and win the game. So they have to win 4 rounds in a row, and they're looking to make this the second. So 2 more to go for King Uprising to take this and win.
All right, 11-12. 1 more round, and we will go the distance for King Uprising. Take a look at the guns purchased. I don't see, actually Get On My Level is only on a pistol. I see a submachine gun. This is not going to be a good round for members of Local Squad. Their economy is in shambles, and 2 of them have fallen right off the bat. They try and rush onto A, but they don't have the bomb on them anymore. They need to go back into a dangerous situation in order to pick that up. So
King Dogo, he had great positioning and eyes. Threw some fires into the tunnel, got a kill. He knows he's kind of hard to pick up. Local Squad loves to use this midsection of the map here by the river, right through tunnel and the boat, to get repositioning. And Dogo finally picking up on that, able to get that. So 5v2. This is looking like they're gonna tie it up here. King Uprising, man. Oh, I know.
Got the bomb, but it was being watched the entire time. Took some damage. Headshot takes him out. And it is now all up to Clutchmaster. He's not going to be able to do it. And we are tied, Dragonborn. 12 rounds apiece. The final round, the decisive round. It's full buys across the board.
It is incredible. Tasty. I mean, all right, so we've seen it. The team that gets the first kill typically finds a way to make the win. So what we saw before, as headshot again. All right, this is
double.
This is looking good. Unbelievable.
What a shot, but Strong does answer one, does take out headshots, so they don't have to worry about that U ratio unless someone picks it up. Now over Strong and Get On My Level, each finding a kill. King takes out Get On My Level, but falls to Clutchmaster. It's 1-on-1, Q-Bait and Clutchmaster. Clutch with 12 health, but he gets the bomb down.
All right, this is huge. Clutchmaster's got 12, like you said, very low health. Q-Bait is full 100 on the armor and health apiece, so he can...
But he does not have the clock on his side.
No, he doesn't, so he just needs to get the kill in. He's got a few seconds left.
Cafe. Clutch is watching Cafe. Clutch is watching Cafe. That is where Q-Bait is coming from. Oh, he doesn't find him in time. Q-Bait with the kill will get the defusal, and that
this is
will
close.
Be King Uprising in
Is
the
it?
closest
Woo!
match we have seen in these cups, taking the finals. Another 100 points,
wow.
guaranteeing themselves the #1 seed in the qualifier next month.
Unbelievable. Tasty. That was the closest kill right at the end, because that defuse was barely in time. That was that flashing red light was almost ready to go. The bomb was about ready to set off. He needed that kill at that moment, and that was intense.
Oh, Clutch is going to be kicking himself there. If he had stayed still,
man.
If he had stayed where he was, he would have been able to see Q-Bait before Q-Bait could see him. He would have had his head in range, but he moved. He got antsy. He started to push up a little bit.
It's hard.
So they saw each other at the same time.
Yeah, it's hard when you're in that state of mind. You know,
especially with so low health.
And he thought, he's like, hey, I got time on my side. Like, I can take a little bit of risk, but it was pretty dangerous. All right, we've got our champion for the EU Cup. Look at this, guys. It is King Uprising. And what's incredible here, what's important also to note is King Uprising, they won this. It wasn't a game where they won by default, which had happened a few times. Instead, they've come in here. And Tasty, we did the numbers. You did the math. It looks like this does cement them as the first place for all open cups when you accumulate the points.
Yep, they will have the points advantage. If you look at it, by getting themselves to 410, the most a Team Ascent can get is 285. So even if Ascent wins next week, they would end up with 385, which is not enough to catch King Uprising. Right. And so they are going to have first place for the qualifier, the #1 seed, the easiest route to the live finals. Congratulations to King Uprising.
Yeah, and so let's point out that, with Loco Squad getting those points, but because it's their first cup, they're going to have 75, but all of the teams in the top 8 got points. I think ASS Clan might have been the only one that didn't get a large amount of points, but we saw CSPG Immortal, Sakisi, Unstable, Penguins, Viral, and Ascent all make it to the top 8. So they all got enough points so that now Loco's got it. They've got to make a strong run. They've got to make it to the round of 8 next week if they want to make it to the top 8.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough push for them. But if they do it, then who knows? They could still get themselves into the qualifier with just 2 cups under their belt. If they have another performance like they had today, then I think for sure that they will be one of those top teams. Absolutely impressive performance coming out from these guys.
Absolutely. All right, guys.
We saw they're a couple shots away from taking down King Uprising. Yeah. That's all it was.
A couple seconds away from taking them down. That bomb almost went off, too. All right, that's it for us in the EU Cup. We're going to be getting ready here for NA in just a few moments, so you guys aren't going to want to miss it. We'll be right back, of course, after about an hour and a half before NA Cup starts. But that's it, guys. That is our 5th Cup for EU. Make sure you guys tune in next week. At the same time, we will be getting started with the last Open Cup for EU before July's double elimination tournament takes place. We'll see you guys all then. And make sure you guys, if you guys are here for NA, make sure you guys come back in an hour and a half. We'll be getting NA Cup underway pretty soon, too. See you guys.